All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's been super boring in the market. We actually have Trump right now with African leaders. We actually have Trump right now with. So yeah, we're gonna go. We're waiting. We just actually had a bond auction. There was a lot of bond auction supply here this week, and even on the 10-year, it came in better. So eased up a little bit. The only other event you're gonna have for the rest of the day, Trump did give out a couple more letters, and we got to react to that. But really, the next big thing is gonna be the Fed minutes. So you shouldn't get too much from the Fed minutes, but there's a weird opportunity within the Fed minutes right now, where you might have something that can move the yen, and there's been a lot of things happening. So we'll see how that all plays out. But other than that, we are going to get into Philo shortly. I'll play this for a little bit. I think what happened, because this is like kind of new countries, but right before it started, he put out more letters. So I don't think we're going to get any crazy answers from this or new developments that weren't already truthed away. So we'll see. But other than that, Chad, get ready for Philo, and I hope you know why you're here. If you don't know why you're here for Philo, I'd figure that out. And some people still haven't figured it out. You know that? Did you guys know that in the morning there's still people that think we go private? It's actually kind of funny. So if you guys don't know, in the mornings I still do the different videos, but anybody could join. So even when we go and end it and go to the next one, it's very weird how people get left behind. But yeah, I don't know. Are they bots or bots are oblivious? But that blew my mind. I was shocked. I had comments today, and they're like, "Ha ha, he ended it. Ha 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 ha. Private." I'm like, sir. Okay. Well, anyways, I'll see y'all in a little bit. You can listen to this and then get ready for Philo.
We did in Liberia at your embassy. Mr. President, we thank you for this opportunity to be here. Liberia is a longtime friend of the United States, and we believe in your policy of making America great again. And we also go a long way with you in your diplomacy that has to do with economic development and commercial friendship. Liberia has a lot of minerals, and one of the things we ask as good friends for a long time is the opportunity to do a survey of our minerals. Mm-hmm. And also we are committed to peace, and we've been very lucky within our region. We are a country that have had a series of democratic elections, and our country had been cooling down. And also we want to encourage American involvement in the investment in Liberia. Yeah. We'd like to see that happen. We want to work with the United States in peace and security within the region, because we are committed to that. And we just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where?
Yes, sir.
In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. It's beautiful English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well,
Very
and
good, sir. Thank you.
they come from.
What happened? Why did they mute it? Good English. That's a compliment, you guys. You know that? Like, if you told my dad that he spoke good English, do you think he's gonna get mad at you? I say, thank you, Habibi, thank you. I've been here 35 years. I know, wow. You know, I be on the billboard. It's a compliment. It's a compliment, white people. Okay? Just letting you know. Yeah, they'd be proud. My dad would be proud if he said that.
Homologue président africain. Je voudrais à mon tour remercier ici officiellement
No microphone for the speaker.
le travail et l'amitié entre nos différents pays.
That's all you're gonna
No
say?
interpretation.
Parce qu'aujourd'hui, le président de France
There's no microphone for the speaker.
That's all.
est là qui a fait du monde dans
Let me help, baby girl.
plusieurs domaines.
He said document the law term.
Still no microphone for the speaker.
He said you gotta move to a better asset.
Au niveau diplomatique,
You make it automatic
Turn
deposits.
that on? Yeah.
Yeah, Trump agrees. He said that's
There you
easy.
go.
yes.
Yeah, they all agree. They all say automatic deposits, 10%. All in agreement.
I would like to commend you, Mr. President,
Okay, I'll let her take over.
for the success you had
it
in
now.
reaching a peace
I'm just here
agreement
to
between
back up.
Rwanda and the DRC. Africa is a vast continent that has many problems, and we truly count on you for your assistance in Sudan and in the Sahel, because no investment can be
planning,
made
redesign,
when there
lighter
is a
headset
war.
model.
For investment,
Please,
you
no.
need peace. The other heads of state who are here with me represent countries that are at peace, and that has been the case for some time. When we also have raw materials, minerals, rare earths. We are not poor countries. We are rich countries when it comes to raw materials, but we need partners to support us and help us develop those resources with win-win partnerships. That is our wish. I often listen to your remarks and speeches, Mr. President. We also want our raw materials to be processed locally in our country so that we can create value and to create jobs for youth so that they stop dying. They are crossing the sea, the ocean, to go to other countries. That is what we want, to have local processing of raw materials. Gabon is a rich country. We have over 2 million inhabitants and a great deal of diversity, raw materials, oil and gas reserves. And we would like those resources to be tapped using an economic model that fits.
That's funny. Not
Since
him, but
our
that is what happened with Apple, huh? Everybody bought them just to try it out for 10 grand, and then everybody returned it, and they're like, why did you return it? And they're like, it's too big. And they're like, okay, we'll make it small. Make it $100. Okay, Apple? You're fucking $18,000. You need a down payment for a headset. What kind of... This is nonsense. Nonsense. So Chatadonia. Oh, Chatadonia. Time for Philo, baby. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling blessed. And I hope you know why you're here, okay? For real, though. Like I'm saying, man, it's been a good year in many, many aspects. I've been loving the community. I've been loving the results, both community and monetarily. I've been loving to see how many of you are advancing. Because again, I told you guys yesterday, the community is important. Having a high standard, knowing you're around people in the times of battle are going to fight for you and not sell you to the enemy. That's very important. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you got dude, it's amazing what we have here. So I look forward to taking it to the next level. And I love being here with some of you. You know, and I say that because I think you got to figure out whether or not you want to be in here. You got to figure out if you vibe, and man, a brother is born in a time of need. You know that? So they say blood make you related, loyalty make you fair. But I could keep going, but I'm just saying, bro, I love y'all, and I'm proud of what I'm seeing, and keep going. But above all else, man, you know, if I take any pride, it's in God. If anything has been accomplished, it was none of us, baby. It's all God. God first, God last, Alpha, Omega. I hope so. And don't ever lose sight of that, and give the glory where it's due. So that being said, you already hear, that's a little sample. And some of you, though, you need a reality check. You know why? Because I'm about to give you the intro, and I'm about to tell you how, like, why are you here? Micron is dropping. You know, we could do multiple things at once. But I'm going to talk about God, dude. I'm going to talk about Jesus. I'm going to talk about whatever I want. You want to be here? Great. I'm not trying to like hurt you. I'm not trying to purposefully be uninclusive, but this is what I want to do. Okay? And I can do stocks at the same time. And it's very simple, man. You either be about it or not. If you want to focus on stocks, only focus on stocks. If it's breaking, if I see something, I could stop what I'm doing in real time and show you and get right back to it. So do it. But nah, here's the reality check, bro. Every day of my life, I have people go out of their way to find my channel, right? And complain about what I'm saying. Only as it pertains to God. But tell me why I go on Twitter yesterday in a random Twitter spaces with fucking shout out Toby, bro. And I go on and and there's people with their profile pics. I'm like, they should probably disagree with some things I'm gonna say. The first thing I'm saying is I'm a Jesus boy. Praise God, 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 Jesus. Dog, nobody batted an eye. Honestly, I was very grateful. I was like, man, it's good to be around, I don't know, just normal interactions, bro. No one cared. They had respect. We had a discussion. They even had, we even got to talk. They had enough respect to even have a conversation that went down my belief system when we were talking about 10% saving, 10% tithing, and I loved it. But do you get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not, like, for real, bro. That's the reality check, bro. I do this my whole life. I go into social settings. I could go on the internet or not, bro. And in a weird way, I get more pushback about saying my God and all this in my room than anywhere else. Gee, that's hilarious. So that's the reality check, bro. And that's why, bro, God ain't that scary. And some of y'all getting too pissed off about it. Y'all being so extra. It's... Amen. That was refreshing. And I don't know. I think that's a good way to start this out a little bit, okay? Very, very simple. Very, very simple. And I just... always something to think about, bro. There's more going on than just this room. There's more going on in the world. And, we've gotten up to 2025 in a world of 7 billion people with 7 billion different ideas, if not more. So, calm down a little bit and smile, okay? And don't be so mad and, try to get the forest from the trees. You know what I'm saying? Amen. Is it 8 billion now? That's crazy. But that being said, are you ready, Chad? Are you ready? I like today's Philo. Very simple. Very short, to be honest, in a weird way. But, we're going to talk about occupying. Occupy Wall Street. No, that's not, I'm not going to talk about that, but the word occupy. Very, very interesting word. Do you know where the word occupy comes from? I just learned this. I didn't. This one's different. It's etymology, but it does. You don't see this one coming. Occupy. Occupy. You know what the Lord? The Lord says to like occupy, right? You are all called to occupy something until He returns. You know that, right? Like the whole, there's a guy, he dies, he's going to come back. The point is, until he comes back, you need to occupy something. Are you ready for this? Here's the beauty. Occupy, you know what Bible verse the word occupy arises in? The servant. When the master leaves and he gives his servant the talents, they need to occupy that and handle it until he comes back. Isn't that funny? So here's the deal, bro. The word occupy. The word occupy comes from the Latin word pragma. Pragma. Does that sound familiar? Pragma. Have you ever heard pragma? So let's do basic etymology. This one's easy. Pragma, what is the word you're going to think about? What's the root word? Pragma. So I didn't know this. Yeah, exactly. Pragmatic. Beautiful. You guys have heard that word, pragmatic. Oh, excellent. Isn't that funny? So this is what blew my mind, because occupy doesn't sound like pragma. It doesn't sound like pragmatic. However, in the word, it actually shares the origin. So occupy comes from pragma. Pragma, that's the root of pragmatic. So, let me ask, what word comes from pragmatic? So now, I'm giving you the chain, occupy to pragma, pragma to pragmatic. What does pragmatic lead to? What is pragmatic? A root that created something else. Not problem. No. Pragmatic. Occupy, and what would be the root? Oh, you guys are close. Nah, it's not practical. Not prism. I don't know where you got prism. Hey! Practice. Ta-da! And then NVIDIA's CEO to talk with Chinese officials aiming for September unveiling of compliant processor with export controls. So look, Jesus boy, Financial Times headline. 5 minutes, Wall Street will pump it and react to it. Ta-da! So there you go. But yeah, practice. That's the next word. Isn't that funny? So practice comes from the word pragmatic. Pragmatic comes from the word pragma. Pragma comes from the word occupy. Ta-da! So, why is that important? Because you are all called to occupy something. You know what that means? That means you are called to be pragmatic in a certain area. You know what else that means? That means you are called to practice in that area. Oh, amen. Do you see what I'm talking about? So, Chad, what we're going to talk about today is practice. And shout out Allen Iverson, but we're going to talk about real practice. Put it into practice. You've heard that before, right? So let me just tell you, think think about this. Like your job and getting practice. Like why? Like you do something over and over and over again. Sadly, I heard this, bro. You guys need to realize this. I think as somebody, and I'm gonna sound pretty unhumble for a little bit, okay? But you guys have complimented me. A lot of you have called me talented. And I think I do have talents. I think I'm talented in many areas. Guess what, bro? My talent is shit. You know why? Because there's a big difference between a man who is talented and a man who is talented and has practice. I need you to all understand this. I need you to. This ain't religion, dog. This is real life. I could split all of you down the center. You're all talented. I don't doubt it. Every single one of you in here has a talent. I know it. I'll bet on it. Not every single one of you practices. Let's be real. That right there is going to separate everybody right down the middle. You know that, right? Let's be real. I've seen it. It doesn't mean you're going to fail. It doesn't mean you're not going to do good. I've actually seen people who are very talented and they make a lot of progress. But something's always missing. In that, what's the difference between second and third and number one? It's usually going to be your pragmatic practice. How you occupy the talent you have been given. Doesn't that sound like the parable? How you occupy your talent. And that's where the root word comes from. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Somebody just got it. So think about it. And this is what you guys got to realize. This is the scary part. I love the stock market. You know why I love the stock market? For real. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love spending every minute. I love knowing what's going on around the world. And I know about it. And I do know about it. That's why some of y'all, you don't know about it. I will correct you on it. Because I'm saying, I'm paying attention. And I love it. You know why? Because every day, every situation is unique. Yeah, some days are similar. Some days we could apply it to certain things, you know? But this is it's beautiful, bro. It's unique. This is the scary part. You know why? Because some people got talents and skills, even your job. Some of you think that you have been doing something for 10 years. And you're like, I have 10 years of experience. I have 10 years of practice. I disagree. You know why? Because some people have been doing one thing over and over and over again for 10 years. That's not the same as 10 years of unique experience. You get what I'm saying? There's a big difference. That's why some opportunities in life, bro, they offer you to do the same thing but different, unique. And every time you get challenged with something unique, you're working out. You practice it. You're practicing your craft in many ways, in many areas, from many angles. That is how you are going to master it. Imagine not listening to this because you thought it was... I'm speaking to where are my fishermen at? Who wants to master and be great? Then, my brother, you need to occupy your talent. You see what I'm saying? You need to stand in it with authority, all of the other stuff. But my brother, do you think you're going to make it far? I think you can. I really do. But we need a pragmatic approach. You being pragmatic to your talents, gifts, your goals, and futures is going to require practice. I've given you guys a lot. This is the thing I can't give you. Because we're playing the game every day. I'm showing you live, real time, bro. The house, I'm moving on this live. We're in the game. Practice is what you're going to do when it get quiet. Practice is going to be when you have your opportunity, just you. What are you doing? How are you sharpening your sword? That's why I don't want you to conform. That's why I hope that you are practicing and running different simulations in a sense where you're giving yourself an opportunity to have unique experiences in your wheelhouse to grow. Well, I hope you feel me. So, do you get the base level of what I'm saying? Do you see why I'm stressing occupying, pragmatic, and practice? And I know we've talked about a lot of things, but I don't think we talked about practice enough, to be real with you. And honestly, I think some of you have me, and that makes you think you don't need to practice. That's wrong. Do you understand? I am a result of having nothing. Do you not get it? I had to practice. I had to stimulate. I had to go over and over. I had to look at the same thing 100 different ways because nobody was showing me anything, bro. So don't rob yourself of that opportunity. Practice is a good thing. God wants you to do this. You know that? Look at me. Look how crazy I am. I'm telling you, God wants you to practice. But do you see how I could say that? The parable of the talents. He says, occupy till I come back. Talent. Don't bury your talent. Dude, do you want to know what I heard? I don't know if I agree with this. I'll blow your mind. Just listening to theology, I heard somebody say this. I heard somebody say that the parable of the talents. Are you ready? I don't know. Let me, any of you theologians, I'm opening the door. This is where you could comment back right now on Philo. Hear me right now. Because I don't know. I ask for wisdom. I heard somebody say that the parable of the talents, when the master gives them all, 1, 5, and 10, you remember that? They're saying that they were actually all given the same amount. And that the way that it's communicated is they were all given the same amount. It was all how they perceived it. So I don't know, bro. I've never heard that take in my life, and I don't know if I like it or not. But do you get what it's saying? They're saying that in the parable of the talents, the master gave them all 1. But one guy perceived 1 as 1. One guy perceived 1 as 5. One guy perceived 1 as 10. I don't want to agree with it because I don't want to bend the word. But then again, if you handed me a dollar bill and I put it next to a long term, I would tell you that 1 is a 10. Even if you gave me a 1, I would tell you that's a 10 in the future. That's what they're saying about that parable. I've never heard that in my life. So you tell me. I don't know. I don't have enough wisdom. I don't know. I can't say. I can't speak on that. But again, it gave me another way to look at it. And I said, you know what? That's fascinating. But I do believe God wants us to practice. I think we are called to be a pragmatic group of people. Wouldn't you say so? I don't think you guys, I think some of you can spot my immaturity. You can spot my arrogance. You could spot the things you probably don't like in yourself and me. But that's what I do to people too. But there is a level, you see my work. You see my pragmatism. I'll go and talk like Joe Biden, and then I will break down an economic theory you've never heard anybody talk about. We are called to be a certain level of pragmatic. Wouldn't you agree? That's what I'm trying to say. You got to be pragmatic. I think we are all called. I've said it, bro. We're not called to be dumb. We're not called to look stupid. And guess what? You guys don't see that's how I treat you. Even if you don't believe in what I believe, even if you're a fucking Democrat, bro, this is what I keep trying to tell some of you young guys. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you believe in. I believe what my mama told me. My mom said, don't you dare let them look at you like a fool. That's what I'm saying. Some of you, I don't care if you disagree with me. I want to give you info. I'm not going to let you walk around looking like an idiot. Go ahead, disagree with Josh. I want you to be pragmatic still. You get what I'm saying? I want you rooted in logic still. I want you to be a person that can be relied upon, consistent and disciplined. That is what we are called. Do you feel me? I hope you do. So think about that, bro. It's really important. And this is why Amgen, great call on that. That is a big drop. I see Trump saying Trump's making live comments right now. I only have the NVIDIA one. I don't see anything on Amgen, but that is dumping almost enough to trigger. Yeah, I don't see anything. I have it on my scanner, though, if something does come up. And then Trump says more tariffs. Yeah, so watch out for that one. HWM, whatever. That's Honda, I think he's moving. The Justice Department announced that live entertainment company CEO has been orchestrated. Oh, yo, check Live Nation. Yo, LYV, they're not naming it, but they're saying investigation. Justice Department for conspiracy orchestrating the bidding process for public university arena project. So Live Nation is not mentioned, but DFJ, they're saying a live entertainment company that was doing something with a university. So if LYV had a deal with Harvard, it's them. But if any of you have any info, add to that. But that's coming out now. Give it 5 minutes and then people are going to pump LYV. It's already tweaking. All right. Yeah, Brazil announcement coming soon. But yeah, bro. You are called to be pragmatic. All of you, man. Money, stocks, real estate. You want to be a business person? Let's go. But it is going to require you using your talents, living up to your potential, and you're going to need a practice. And this is the same. You guys don't get it? This is why everything I tell you, where do you think I get this from? It goes hand in hand. The Bible says this. You know what Paul talks about? Does this sound familiar where he talks about working out in the Bible? And they say the kingdom is akin to even physical work, like working out physically. Does that sound familiar? That sound familiar? I'm going to get you the verse. For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things. Physical training is good, but training of godliness is much better. 1 Timothy, it goes on. There's multiple ways. The Bible is compared. It is literally compared your spirit to physical working out. Because think about it. My brother, what is practice? You are exercising something. Obviously, that's why they gave the analogy. My brother, you're not going to exercise your biceps all the time. But every time you practice, you are exercising something. Yes. Are you feeling it? Think about it. Your skills, your talents, you need to be pragmatic. You need to work them out and practice them. Guess what? The same thing applies to your spirit, and if you believe in this. Do you see the problem? If you could do this in one area, you'll do it in all areas. If you can't do it in one area, you're gonna not want to do it in others. You see? But do you know it? Can I tell you something about working out? And even what it's saying, everything, the way this is formed, how you are told to occupy, practice. You are called. All of you, hear me right now. I know even with the religion, whatever, just listen. Because everything you're doing, stop leaving it up to randomness. Just like how you work out, bro. You make a routine, you schedule it. If you work out like that, bro, it's easy. Eventually, you don't even have to worry, dude. You know, I don't want to go to the gym, you guys. I just do it. It's easy now. I just have to my body is programmed. Same thing with spirit and praising. Oh, I hope you're feeling me, bro. You know, I get what I'm saying? Again, bro, how many of you want to be something? You want to be something in the financial world, but you're leaving all of this shit up to randomness. No, bro, you better be waking up at the same. You need a schedule, a plan, a practice that you put in practice every day so that you are growing it and working it out like you would your muscles, because it's the same thing. It's a muscle. That's what, when the Bible explains it in the spirit and physical, it says, again, the talents, bro, the parable, in both of those analogies, I need you to realize this. Both of these Bible parables from the Word, nothing is left to randomness. Exercise should not be left to randomness, and guess what? Neither should godliness. You need to have deliberate and certain time frames. That's how you do it. Oh, I hope, Chad. Do you get what I'm saying? You need to be deliberate. You want to be a millionaire, bro? Well, get it. You don't realize it? That's the story of richest man in Babylon. He said, how come we ain't rich? He said, we all made money. How come we're not rich? And then it clicked. They said, one day we just got to say we are going to be deliberate and make it our intention and goal to get rich. It was a deliberate intention. Again, you want to go and lose weight. You want to go in the gym. That is a deliberate action. You must say, I want this, I need this, and I'm going to do it at these times. I'm going to only eat this. I'm going to work out once a day, every other day. I don't know. My long term, I will be deliberate once a month. Are you getting it? Nothing should be left to randomness. And guess what? You know why you have the same calling on your spirit? Because even your godliness shouldn't be random. Oh, yeah, something good happened. I'm happy today. Oh, I felt it when I wake up. Oh, I woke up. I don't feel God. No, every day. I wake up in the morning, I praise him. I go to bed, I praise him. Middle of the day, I hit a play finger to the sky. Dog, what are you saying? It's automatic. It's deliberate. I know who I am praising. I know why. I don't even know why, because there's stuff he knows that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's automatic. It's deliberate. In many scenarios, many situations, and there's a time. I know what time I'm gonna give to God. You see what I'm saying? Deliberate in certain time frames. My brother, if you're not doing that spiritually, if you're not doing that financially, I don't think you could say that you're being pragmatic, and I can't say you're practicing. You know? That's the reality, you guys. You're not going to walk. I want you to get everything you want. But you need to be deliberate in it. Okay? You need to start carving out time of your day. Carve it out, bro. Again, I wake up every day, same time. I'm going to the gym, carved out. I'm reading, I'm eating, I'm pooping. It's all, come on, bro. But that's not just for me. And I know it sucks and you got to give things up, but do you see, it's not just the action, bro. It's not that I just wake up. It is that I am deliberate. That's what it is. It's that I have a certain time frame that now I have turned into an automatic machine. But guess what? Free throws. That's what happens when you practice. It doesn't matter how loud things are. It doesn't matter what's going on. You're going to fall back into what you practice many, many ways. You're going to fall back into your pattern. So what is your pattern? You can control it. You got to be deliberate. You got to have a time frame. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to do this every day at this point. I'm going to leave 10 minutes here, 30 minutes, an hour. Just start doing that. Tell me your life ain't going to change, bro. Watch. You're sharpening yourself. Do you not get it? You're becoming something, even just the little 30-minute window. You have now introduced deliberation and time frames into your life. Wow. My brother, not everyone's doing that. You want more than everybody? Great, let's get it. It's waiting for you. But do you see what I'm saying? You need to be deliberate. I'm going to do this. How do I know you're deliberate? Because you're doing it every day at the time, or whatever you scheduled. Again, I'm not here to tell you what to schedule. I'm saying whatever you want, you must be deliberate. And there must be time frames. That right there is how you're going to practice. That's part of your practice. Think about it. Spirit, bro. It's like working out. You want to know what's crazy? Because you work out, bro, you'll notice changes. The spirit, bro, your muscles, you're going to get stronger. Do you see what I'm saying? What do you think's going to happen when you start doing this in the areas that you want? It applies physically, it applies to the body, but this applies to everything. You're going to get progress. And you know what I like? Is that when you work out, there's different types of progress. And you'll feel it, you get the energy, you wake up. There's so many things. But then here's the sad reality. There is one thing in working out that can help or hurt you with your progress. There's one thing when it comes to working out that nowadays people get kind of weird about talking about it. What is it? There's something in working out that could show you your results and tell you where you need to work on. What is it called? It's not ego. It's not leg day. Not diet, not prioritization. Ta-da! The mirror. Believe me, the mirror doesn't show you everything. It doesn't. But with, again, working out and the mirror go hand in hand. Do they not? Come on. Tell me they don't go hand in hand. You need to see your form. Guess what? You could tell me the results. You could tell me the results And then there's going to be results that you will see and everybody else will see. You see it? The mirror. You want to know what the irony is? The Bible has called the spirit a mirror. Ask James. Isn't that funny? And nowadays, you tell people about the mirror, they'll say you're being offensive. You tell people about the spirit, they'll tell you you're... But that's part of it. You have to look in the mirror. If you want to be a pragmatic person, you're going to practice the mirror, the results, what it showed, your form, all of that. You have to look at what is reflected through your deliberate actions. So yeah, Chadadonia. Be pragmatic, brother. But it's time to practice. Anything you want, and even your spirit, bro. It's the same thing. Like it's like it's akin to physical working. It's akin to working out. I saw the Amazon drop. I didn't know how big because that's pretty big. $2. He said African nations drop tariffs. I see Trump headlines, no Amazon. It's weird. That's $2. Boeing, Merck, nope. $2, but we've seen a lot of those today. We'll see how it follows up. But yeah, bro, it's time. I don't know, bro. The gate is closing. The calling has been heard. And if, bro, you get called, bro, and you feel it's calling to you, step into it, bro. That's what I'm saying. This is your moment to start practicing. Strengthen your skills, your talents, to be pragmatic. You see what I'm saying? To train yourself. You know, everybody wants to celebrate. Everybody wants a result. Why don't we want to train? This is your moment, bro. Not everybody. But if this landed today and you hear it, bro, what are you saying? Amen. But you got to be pragmatic. You got to practice. They call it your religious practice. Just imagine how many of us aren't really practicing. You don't have to live a life up to random. Prime Day sales fall 41%. Blech. Over 4 days? That's crazy. So, Chad, I love this one. I love it. I don't know. This one is an exciting Philo. It's a good way to look at the talent parable. It blew, again, talent, pragmatic, practice, all of it. It's funny how it all links. But deliberate times, being deliberate, having certain times, again, running through the scenarios, being just so involved in what you are, like truly, again, working it out. Yeah, bro, like, I don't know, man. Some of us, we grew up loving Kobe Bryant. I love Kobe. He's inspired me so much, bro. That was somebody, a human form. You saw it. So we've seen amazing examples. But I'm truly telling you, this is where you're going to unlock almost anything you want in life. It's going to start from what you practice. It's going to start with what you say, I am deliberately going after. When you start having times and time frames, I'm going to do this and buy this. And again, you don't have to limit yourself to a goal. I must get this by end of year. No. But I'm going to, every day, I'm going to throw the stone. Every month, I'm going to save. I'm gonna be very deliberate with my actions. Again, that's why every time you part with your money, if you're truly practicing, you're gonna be very deliberate with where you put your money, where you put your losses, what you deliberate. What is the goal? Who you're talking to be deliberate. There's no, and then what's your life, and there's all this stuff going, but no, say, I'm going to deliberately take my time for this. You're creating. Now you're creating. Now you're not, no random, no leave it up to this, leave it up to that. We're really, it's deliberate in time frames. That's it. Control what you can control. This is what you've been called, be pragmatic. Put it into practice. Wow. So Chattadonia. I love this one. Man, I know, man. I've said it's game time a lot, but it's also practice time. And that's what I'm saying. When the game is happening, bro, just like, bro, don't lose sight of how important this is. All these little moments of time that we make, those are our moments to practice, to be pragmatic, to grow, to learn, and to really sharpen what we have. But if you're not, then we're just leaving it up to something else. So, make your choice. It is yours to decide. But take that one to the bank. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile, press hot chat, accept the test, second thumbs up button, first link, all that, yeah. I think. But yeah, we got the Fed minutes. All right. You know what? Shout out the farm, bro.
Angel on the track.
Yeah. Loading on my F350. I don't drive a fucking EV. Gas tank still on empty, but I'm gonna keep on driving all week. Think I just missed my exit. A Prius wouldn't let me merge. My driving got my girlfriend stressing, screaming in my ear like a bird. Told her, why they driving in the slow lane if they ain't going slow, man? I used to say the same thing when they was slow up in the fast lane. Now with Kia tryna pass me, think a Nissan almost crashed me. I'm just tryna make a lane change. Now I'm late and I got road rage. Loading on my F350. I don't drive a fucking EV. Gas tank still on empty, but I'm gonna keep on driving all week. I think I just missed my exit. A Prius wouldn't let me merge. My driving got my girlfriend stressing, screaming in my ear like a bird. Wherever said carpool is faster, hasn't seen the 405. It took me 30 minutes just to go a mile. I came to California for the women in the vibe, but all I saw was Teslas and girls who look like guys. Now I let everybody, I'm just saying I'm surprised. All these different people.
Google, OpenAI browser. But remember, there was another one launched today. Very hard. But yeah, Google OpenAI. Who was it? Was it one of the other AI people released a browser today? And it didn't have the reaction, so it's a weird day, but that is a huge reaction for Google. Perplexity, yep.
Loading on my F350. I don't drive a fucking EV. Gas tank still on empty, but I'm gonna keep on driving all week. I think I just missed my exit. A Prius wouldn't let me merge. My driving got my girlfriend stressing, screaming in my ear like a bird.
Yeah, OpenAI reportedly looking to launch AI-powered web browser.
Depot on the beat.
It's a call, baby. Yeah, boss of
Sources
careers, they said
familiar with the matter.
So Lambo cash, I kept it cool, was move fast. I came with nothing left with the bag. You should do the math, I ain't pulling back. I'm pulling up, you pulling that. I double down, then double that. I changed the plan, I'm fuck with that. Nah, this should be your motivation. Balance, growth, and values. I ain't talking about it, stop rotation. Price is going up, but that ego also got inflation. Told you it was tough, but it's different when you finally face it. Take it, fuck complacent, get your patience. If it reset what you making, cause it hasn't taken place. And when it does, you can't replay it. So I hope them words you saying don't come back to harm you later. This a vicious game we playing, but we in it though. Put me in the dictionary and that's the fucking getting it, bro. Please don't get it twisted, that's the man don't leave it when we's broke. I just kept it simple, nothing special.
Agriculture Rawlins.
Tell me why you bitching, everybody.
They
want to
take Chinese farmland back.
So use it wisely, it's surprising how much time they waste despising. That could really tilt the balance or could kill you at the margins. Beg your pardon, I ain't never beg, I planned it and I got it. Long time Luka Doncic with the options, I'm Giannis. Feel like Jokic with the passes, I'm a holder, you a talker. Getting older and I'm wiser, I can run it like Elijah. You can't tell me that I eat it if you've never been through fire. Whoa, I'm the favorite to the yes before a favor. You got motive, not no motivation. Stop with thought of faking, thought I told you. When I'm finished, then you gonna hear me say it. They can't do it how I done it, they still tryna make the payments. So fuck it up, yeah, that's the plan. I ain't watching them, I watch the end. I short the top, then buy again. Some love the top, some play to win. I love the work, they love to spend. They love the rest, love folding hands. They love the clap, they need the friends. I ain't need the shit. Been with nothing, I ain't fearing it. You ain't need the love when you in love with it. Made $1 million bucks, I gave all of it. Y'all play the kid, I ain't faking shit. I claim it shit, I called that, I made the grip. He fall off, but I can slip if I stop now. I'm still leaving rich.
Humble business. Wow, horn, 10 of them. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome. Let's go, baby. And welcome back. Welcome back. So what's going on? We getting gifted members. Oh, dude, we got some F-350. You got Google News or OpenAI. I think OpenAI has more people. That's why they freaked out. But again, 2 other people are Perplexity and another small one, Opera, and then Perplexity. There's 2 things on that today. But then OpenAI, that's the one people got scared by. But other than that, bro, Philo, the spy guy, you got a little Philo bounce. Today is very small, but it's actually what's priced in though, so way better than yesterday. But yeah, bro, we got a little Philo pump. You got a little Philo pump. But other than that, if you have any questions, now would be the time. Anything, stocks, not stocks, real estate, you name it. How stoked I am for the farm. I mean, it's fun, bro. You know, I said it, and if anybody, like, I don't really want anything, you know, and this has been the only thing where I've been like, oh, this is cool. I got, like, excited about it. So, yeah, I'm excited, but I don't really get too excited about things, but I'm excited. But then again, I'm like, reality, I move pretty fast, so I got my excitement stage, but now, like, I'm like, holy fuck, dude. This is gonna be so much work. So I like work though. It's fun. Working's fun. So we're gonna have more responsibility, more things to do, and I don't know, man. I hope it's good. I'm a little nervous. So there's everything. That's why I know it's fun. Cause I'm like, ooh, I get genuinely nervous, genuinely excited, I'm genuinely optimistic. I see the upside in 1,000 different ways. I see the failure in 1,000 different ways. That's cool, bro. So it's real. That's what makes it. I don't know. It gets the blood pumping. So I look forward to it. Yeah. Well, I get ready to help. I'm gonna need it. FOMC minutes. They're out. Whoop. So yeah, some officials saw no rate cuts. 2 officials said that they would be open. We already know 2 officials. 7 said immigration was reducing labor. Most saw risk of persistent inflation from tariffs. Many said it might take some time for tariffs to raise prices. Whoa, many, it would take some time. That's a weird one. Officials saw tariffs still likely to put upward pressure. Lower. That's how they're gonna back out, though. That's their off ramp. So they're gonna that way. That look it for all of you who want to believe them. That's how they're gonna go from, yeah, we're worried about tariffs to still cutting rates. They're just gonna say, yeah, we're worried about it, but it'll take a year or 2. They're gonna say it'll take a long time. Lower expected tariffs reduced uncertainty about outlook. Most officials expected to lower interest rates this year. And then officials saw lower risk to economic outlook than in May. Oh, they didn't. That's bullish. Remember, the statement kind of read the same, but they said it was better. And again, that's remember because Trump in the beginning fucked everybody up on Liberation Day and then walked it back with the deadlines. So that's why they said that. And then the 2 people you already knew about, again, who was it? Waller and the other one, Bowman. So it said 2, but many by the end of the year. That just confirms the dot plot, the dot plot for all of them, and still agreeing on 2 cuts by the end of the year. So I think slight bullish tilt. Everything else, no new info. I don't think that will. I don't think it'll trigger the yen. It shouldn't. I think just back to your regularly scheduled programming. Do I want to be Fed chair? No. I just want to hang out with Jesus. That's genuinely all I want. Okay? If they tell me I have to be to save the world, I'll do it. Okay? If it's needed, if I could do it to not do it, I'll do it. But if I have to do it just cuz, fuck no, bro. No. Oh, you're talking about Besant. Yeah, Besant. No, Besant. I think everybody. I think Besant, though, would be a better chair, but I think everybody in that group would want to do it who's already been listed, essentially. Is Bloomberg terminal and chat a thing? It is. People have been talking about it. People are, like, pumping Bloomberg terminals. I commented on it yesterday, and that's what I'm saying. I think I'm excited for the compound, and, like, you guys think I'm an asshole, but I think I'm creating a very stringent standard for what will rival one of the only chat rooms in the stock market. So that's why you're either going to be a part of it or not, and you could split up into many factions, but that just proves my point. And that's why Bloomberg is Bloomberg. And everybody tries to hype up this Bloomberg chat, but remember what I was telling you guys 2 years ago? When I think Bloomberg fucked up, not only for like banning me and doing that, but like a lot of Bloomberg subscriptions are given out to like colleges. So last time I was in a Bloomberg chat room, it was worse than the Wall Street Bets forum. I think at one point in 2022 to 2023, I think Wall Street Bets had more of an edge and an advantage in communication than, and I was in all of the Bloomberg chat rooms. Again, I will tell you, I never mentioned the names. Bro, I was talking to people like Peter Thiel and all of that. I would message them. I spoke to Kyle Bass and all of that. The big guys are legit, and you could use the terminal to get in touch with people like that. But then if they don't fuck with you, they won't fuck with you. Michael Burry blocked me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, though, like the actual chat rooms, though, it was just kids, bro. They were literally like pumping Biden propaganda. And I'm telling you, bro, it was foolish. And they would talk, they would say the words that I couldn't even say on YouTube because they were offensive. It just sounded so dumb, bro. And I'm telling you, it was really, really weird. Like, our chat was, y'all were sounding very professional comparatively at one point. So I haven't been in there in a few years, but I don't know. I think the whole, like, Bloomberg, you know, they coordinate and the chat rooms are exclusive. That was like a 2010, maybe 2015 thing, but I don't know. In my era of the terminal, it was trash. It wasn't like that, and that's just, I'm not saying that just because they banned me. I'm saying that is like there was, you got to access cool people, and there was great people look up, and they had other stuff for modeling that and other data that was very good, and everybody knows that. But I don't think the chat rooms were what they were once storied to be. It just sounded like a bunch of meme traders. Oh, the classifieds are pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, any other one? If you have any other questions, let me know. The View? No, I saw. Which one did I saw Nick in Italy. That was the only last image I remember of a View. FOMC is not happening now. It is the what's it called? It is the minutes. So we already got them. No, there's no speech on that. We're gonna watch it right now, bro. 2 for 2. The next one, you might be filming it on a farm. See if it loads. Oh wait, can I show him or no? Or do you want me to wait? And then Spy ripping right now. Hold on, as if you got something. Uncle's still asleep. As long as we don't tell him, it's fine. What is that? You're popping. I don't know if that's just movement or not, but look at it. High Ticker just went full gas right there for no reason. That is that in what's it called? OKC? Federal, it's weird. And again, Fed minutes. I don't know. I was checking that, but this isn't Fed minutes, not FOMC. So there's no press conference. This was just from a month ago. Reveal increased real GDP for 25 and lower than before. Yeah, as I said, I think that's the bullish till. Everyone's just reacting 5 minutes later today. This is so weird. Yeah, all of these. Today's a weird day with the headlines. Like I'm saying, even the Google one, Amazon, and then you had the Jumia, and your other boy, who was it, Core? Such a weird one. And then, oh yeah, there was another one, Meta. But that one was just the Essor Luxottica. I've noticed YouTube the delay is different for every single one of you now. That I cannot control. I could control a base delay, but yeah. So, but I've noticed that the last couple of days, some of you are really fast, and some of you are on like a 1 minute delay. It's actually crazy. So I think YouTube is changing some things. Play the vid. Well, none of the videos have been members only as of lately. Dude, this is so weird. You guys, am I living in the Twilight Zone? Because, like, I've interacted with, like, just interesting people in some other areas. And people are just, again, in Wall Street, you need to repent. But then, like, dude, today I've gotten so many comments of, like, people like, oh, you did this, like, and I didn't do that. And, like, this isn't a members, they haven't been members only since YouTube freed me. So I don't know. I think it kind of highlights, like, I guess I don't really realize how many people interact with this channel in waves, because some of you guys are really up to date, and then some people are like living in like 3 weeks ago, and they're like, they still think everything is the same and it hasn't changed. But yeah, so like we haven't had members only in a while, but for some reason a lot of people asked me about that today. Hair every day. I know, but that's why I'm trying to say, like, I don't even think I could wrap my head around it. But because I know some of you, the ones I see every day, you know what I'm saying, and like you stay locked in. You're hanging on to everything I'm saying. You're with it, bro. But dude, I'm telling you, I've gotten like 5 comments of like, and I'm like, they're genuinely complaining, but I'm like, dude, it just went to another video, fully accessible. And then even then, people asking me about members only videos on Philo, but this isn't a members only video. So, and I'm saying it's been like 3 weeks, almost a month. But yeah, so waves, bro, waves. I'm a member. Cow, you have cows? I want a cow. I need to get my cow. All right, yeah, but we had that move. So let's see. We'll show him the intro. We'll give him a little bit. Don't tell Uncle. My fire. Hey, yo, Uncle.
Spartans! What is your profession?
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
Oh, legal.
It's a call, baby. Treat this like my first, treat this like my last. Anything could work, it happens slow or fast. Smoking on that hope, I'ma need an ounce of that. Our back was on the ropes, but we kept on bouncing back. Treat this like my first, treat this like my last. Anything could work, could happen slow or fast. Smoking on that hope, I'ma need an ounce of that. Our back was on the ropes, but we kept on bouncing back. Treat this like my first, treat this like my last. Anything could work, could happen slow or fast.
Look again. Freeze it.
Bro, I love these. I don't, dude, we need to get the mask though now. That's it. So, bro, I'll see you at the farm for the next one. I got a view for you there too. But you better come with masks. I'm just saying, bro. And I'm waiting. Y'all have any other videos, send them my way. I like them. You guys know we're fully on a watch list, right? Already, not like the stock watch list. But that's it. You got the random religious fanatic now buying the fucking multiple acreage farm. And now we got a bunch of people all wearing masks. and you know what I'm saying, just spitting ideology and all of, I'm just letting you know, like, Bloomberg is watching religiously, so what the fuck, and that's what I'm saying, so I know this already, I'm just telling you if you don't know, but, so yeah, send me them videos, baby. Uh-huh. I know, bro. I love it. I love it, bro. I think it's a very unique idea, bro. I remember you emailing me this idea and seeing it, and I don't know, bro. I see the vision. I see where it is, and so far, I'm loving it, bro. Like, I don't know. Have you ever filmed a music video or edited it before? So I see it, dude. Bro, just keep going. Yeah, I want to see more of them. That's why I'm saying, bro. Just this. I like the idea, bro, and I don't know. Seeing an idea in writing and then watching it come to life, I like that, and I don't know, I think it's kind of dope, so I look forward. I want to see who's gonna do the next one, and when again I got a location for you. They kept asking about Uncle on the farm, so uh-huh. A cult tax exemption? Why don't you do it? How about you come live on the farm and then you go make it? And there you go. But I did my job, bro. I did my job. You know what I'm saying? The minutes came in slightly dovish. We just had them up here. But everything you knew about the officials who were saying to cut soon, 2 of them, and then many or several said by the end, and then lower expected tariff uncertainty. They were feeling better because, again, there was a difference between April, May, and June, if you recall. So, but nothing really different. I seemed a little bit more bullish, but that was it. Property pics? Yeah, I haven't posted them. I have full videos already, bro. That's why. We need an architect, and what else did I ask for today? But there's some stuff we could start on. But I do want to make a video showing it, but I'm gonna wait. You guys are gonna love it. I'm telling you. Let me hype it up, okay? Because Ryan asked me, and he said, talk about how excited you are. I'm going to tell you what I'm excited about. And I said it yesterday. Beyond all the community, I'm going to be very because there's so many cool things. But, dude, there's a view of the water. We get all the land, and there is a view of the water. You could wake up every morning and you will see a body of water, and you will get views all around you, 360. And then you could go down your own mountain. We have our own mountain. I don't know if you guys get that. So we have a flat land. That's why you need a ATV for this property. You can't go anywhere. You can, but it's annoying. But you have to drive around your property. That's how big it is. That's what I'm talking about. And there's one of the houses, you have your own mountain. So you're on your own mountain, and then you have your own crazy little view. And then you still get the flat land for the animals and all that. So even then you get to you could have animals and still be separated from them if you wanted to. It's really unique. But then the fact is just how it all worked out, the location, the view, the water. I can't believe it. I can't believe that's where my mom was tripping out. That we're talking, water views, and there's other views too, but that's the one that has me geeked. Does the architect have to be based there? I mean, I'll fly him out, but yeah, well, we'll see. It's either that or I'm just gonna hire somebody that, you know, isn't related to us. But, you know, I people brought this up. It'd be a cool idea. I'll show you guys the canvas, and if any of you guys, you know, we could bring people from all over to paint it. But at the end of the day, if that's gonna be too difficult or too slow, we'll just get people outside of the project to do it. Yeah, no, you got to bring out your build out, Dono. You got to bring it in person. That's why I said you just got to bring something, bro. Everybody, you better bring something. So come as you are and bring what you got to the table, to the farm. Network stuff. I want to do that. I want to do the data center. You know what idea I had today? Dude, you know what I had? You know what my idea was today? My idea was I want to get a phone. I want to get a separate landline on the property. And I want to have a cult phone number. And whoever's at the compound, someone's gonna have to work the phone. I love this idea! Come on, bro. Can you set that up? Alright, it's excellent. I need that. That's all. I wanted a landline without like exposing the address, you know? But that's what I'm thinking, like a land. That's like, why not? I can make, we'll have a phone. Y'all could call in, you know, we can have some fun with it. And then we'll even have a co-operator. That'd be fun. Maybe you need an emergency chat response. I don't know. This could go either way, bro. Either way. I'm gonna hire the Intel guy. What do you mean? He's been interviewing for 6 months. Not to Intel guy is a beautiful gatekeeper. What do you mean? Intel guy don't take no shit. I'd hire him. Palantir. Well, I don't know. Well, I wanted to show the whole property, but then now I'm kind of getting second thoughts. I'm kind of thinking the first group of people that come, like, you know, those are going to be legit. And I think we just establish all charters from there. And I'll let you guys vote on what is everything. On whether you want to release it to the public. We could release the town, the city, because I don't care. Like I'm telling you, this is a separate house. This isn't anything. Who gives a fuck? It's gonna be under You're a Bitch LLC or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. I don't have any, like, that's all. I'm not even, the liability is gonna be removed and limited just to the property. So yeah, and it'll be insured, and I'm not gonna be there. I'm gonna be there randomly, but you know, more so than not, I'm planning to. I'm punting to the Chad, dog. So yeah, you tell me. Would having a non-profit do? Well, we already get the tax benefits. That's the crazy part. I know we do know where Bill Gates lives too, but. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. We'll let you guys establish the charters, decide what you want to reveal or not, and and we'll go from there. That's it. Let me close on it. But you know, long term has been primarily sold. We're still waiting. I haven't heard an update today, actually, though. Last night they were just telling me what to do. They said no matter what, like, yeah, you do it. Like, that's what my conversation was, because I kept asking them numbers, and they're just like, fuck the numbers, you need to start getting ready for a fucking farm. So, I don't know. I'm used to smaller properties, so I'm used to, we don't do anything until we have it in the hand. But then again, mother effers are getting, they're just saying, you know, I think we're gonna have any which way to close this, so when it's all said and done. But yeah, we got to start preparing, especially if we want to invite people, and especially if we want people there very soon, or we could wait. It's up to you. I'll let you guys decide. But yeah. Am I gonna have security at the property? No. It's gonna be a property of a bunch of weak men who don't have any sort of, you know, living military or background experience in it. No, you know what I'm saying? So it's just gonna be a bunch of 5'6" Egyptian boys. So no security, very easy to penetrate. I'm sure, you know, it would be terrible. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely just so. Please don't come if you're not invited. I'm sure we won't know what to do. We will have zero options to handle that, you guys. Please don't. So, yeah. I wear gloves when I lift, man, so. You bought more than you did. Oh. But, I'm gonna go watch that movie. Are wives invited? I don't know, man. I want to say yes, but then I'm like, why do you want to bring your wife if we have a community of like 90% men? So that's the only problem, but I'm not against it. I'll just leave that up to you guys. That's why I'm saying it's like, I don't know, but yeah, I don't like, sure. And then like, ladies, you're allowed to come in the cult, but like, then again, I'm like, ladies, you know, half these guys gonna think long-term ranch is love ranch, right? They'll be like, Josh, Ivy. They like, G. You remember last time? And then they're gonna be, so be careful. But that's why. But we could make a dating show. I could do love ranch. That's another idea. So, yeah. Yeah, girl, you could bring a buddy if you're the girl and you're bringing your protection. That's dope. I like that. Amen. But yeah, so other than that, we'll leave that up to you. That's what Facebook's for. I know. So I don't know. We got to figure all this out, but just get ready, you guys. I don't know. What else do you want me to say? I don't know, bro. I don't know. There's so many question marks. But I think, you know, God will provide. We'll take it one step at a time and just, like I said, bro, let's make it productive. Let's get something good out of this. I think it'll be fun. And I hope it is the birthplace of good things. And let good go throughout. But I don't know, like, I want it to be fun, but I also want it to be, like, not fun. Does that make sense? So, like, I want it to be fun, and it's, like, a really nice place, and you could, like, relax and do a lot. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's like, I also want you all to wake up at 3 a.m. every day. Does that make sense? So, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do tiers. Maybe some of you come for relaxation. Others of you come for discipline. You know, that's what I'm saying. You gotta find the balance. You gotta find the balance. Hey, yo, no way. A couple years ago, he donated to my son's skateboarding. Last 2 weeks, he got 2 silvers and 1 bronze. Bro, I remember JD, baby. Oh, no fucking way. Can I say that? I'm sorry. Let's go, bro. Well, shit, man. I don't know if he wants to. Should we build a half pipe at the ranch or what? But that's awesome, bro. Tell him good work in that long term. I don't know if does he get silver winnings? Tell him long term, baby. Long term. You should open your own brokerage. You guys haven't realized I don't want your money. Honestly, I do want your money, but I don't want your money. You know, the human in me wants all the money I could get, but like all of this just opens up doors to just bad, bro. So that's why I would rather encourage and educate people, and I'd rather be surrounded by thousands of well-mannered, wise, moving men and women. And I think we could change the world with that. And we could make more money and change more than any brokerage or market could ever do. You tell me if I'm wrong, but that's what I believe. I do. That's why, because I was going to start a fund. I worked on Wall Street. I still have a lot of good connections and other things, but you know, I've chosen a certain path for a reason. I think we've been called to it. So, but I'm saying, it's like, even with the compound, I'd want to see good, and that's what I'm saying. I think your reputation and your honor amongst your long-term and other things is what feeds into this, and just I think a community could change. You could change the world like that, bro. Good people built in a good foundation and a good standard of growing and saving and earning, and not being it based upon gimme. Let's only do it for the dollar. Let's only do it for God. Let's do it for your fellow man. You know, God smiles like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I heard a trippy story, and it was just explaining how, like, you don't understand the ripple effect, bro. That's why Wall Street, bro. You realize every dude that you assist in, like, getting fucked up, it ripples, and the devil wins, bro. And every time, bro, you just, like, smile at somebody and help them out, bro, it ripples, and you don't know what that's gonna do. And that's what I'm saying. It's just like, I like money, and I'm good at money, and I know money, and I'm not afraid of money, but it's not my number one. It's a servant. It's not my master. My master is Jesus. Number one is God, and I think we build that in the people, and and you see it. I hope you'll see what a result of everything I'm saying. You should see the fruit. And if we could build on that, and that's a standard in a world you like seeing, and you like those results, and it leads to helping and more up and building than breaking down, then yeah, you tell me, I'll let you judge it, but I think that'll change the world. So God willing, let's see. Microsoft Teams. Revolut in talks to secure new funding. I thought that was a clothing company. What is your profession? I did. Was that OKC or no? Look nice. Look like tropical. You remember the time when I would buy shares in swing trade? Is there a reason you haven't done that lately? I'm doing everything. I just don't tell you guys. I want you to focus on what really matters and not have too many opportunities to fuck it up. And unfortunately, like I'm saying, in waves, I'm finding out people are they're finding things out like a month later. So yeah, I'm just not posting the speculation stuff anymore. That's why. So it's easier to focus on the long term, the bill, what exactly we're doing to make easy money in a safe manner. And I want that to be easy. So yeah. Hamas's key issues under negotiation are And then Zelensky said he had conversation with Special Envoy Kellogg. Ooh, Father's Farm. Dude, I like that. You know, I told you I haven't had another name except a long-term ranch. Everybody has been really loving long-term ranch, myself included. I like that. Father's Farms. Father's Farm. Amen, bro. Dedicated to the Lord. Amen. I like Father's Farm. You could literally say you're going to, but then I don't want to blaspheme, dog, because you know the real father's house. Oh, this ain't going to compare to that at all. Uncle Farms. Oh, I guess Uncle Farm, Father Farm. I like that. I like it. That's a good idea, Winning. Definitely that Father Farm sounds way more culty. You know, long-term ranch, you still know we're about long-term saving. Father's Farm, like, you're really like, dude, yeah, that's really commitment. I like it, though. Does it have a deed restriction to always remain a farm? I don't think so. But given the area, it's actually like rural. So I don't see that ever changing. Like, actually, it's just so rural. It's insane. Father's Farm or Father Farms? I don't know. Philo Farm? Oh, I don't know, man. Answers Ranch? It sounds like ranch. It sounds like a flavor of ranch. That sounds like a Dorito. Answers Dorito Ranch. Pizza Farm! Pizza! Not a cult ranch. How about that? We should. Yeah, we're gonna fucking freak out everybody. Not a cult ranch. Why did you name it that? Because we're not a cult. We just wanted to make sure. Oh, should we name it Integrity? Holy shit, because we can. So do you guys know what the funny part is? We have to register the name legitimately. You guys know that, right? So whatever name we decide on, we're allowed to put up a sign. That's why they already has a sign right now. So I don't know if you guys, this is how every ranch and farm is. You're entitled to the signage, the gate, and all that. So we already have a little one, but then you have to like submit it to both the city and as well as whatever other, governing organization, in this case, the HOA. So yeah, we have to submit this. So whatever we do, we have to get it approved. Habibi's Harvest. Wow. I kind of like Habibi Farms too. That's another one. But if we called it Integrity, that'd be pretty funny. Because then we could legit like register Integrity Farms. That'd be hilarious. So it's a South Park joke if you don't know. That's hilarious. It'll be hella sus if we submit anything with cult. You're right, but anything with cult won't. Because there is horses. So if I called it Colt Farms, COLT Farms, that would be a very legitimate and very applicable. there is church exemptions. Dude, I'm telling you, one of the neighbors has a church. I didn't discover it till the last minute. And then there's 2 other cults in the area. So one of them is a cult you all know about. I was blown away. I said, no way. They beat me to it. And they found the same area, and they were like, yeah, we're going to fucking totally build our secret compound society here. It's insane, bro. It blew my mind. I was driving by it. It's not Scientology. No. No. Fuck no. Jeez, I don't know. You think I'm going to move you guys next to that? You guys are crazy. Fucking Grant. What do you got to say about that? Grant Cardone loves Scientology. Okay, Grant, to the next Scientology. Well-mannered people. Okay, Grant Cardone. I worked on the farm. Okay, Grant, chill the fuck out, bro. Yeah, he's a Scientologist. Of course he is. But I think he follows me on Instagram still. But still. I thought we agreed on long-term ranch. I thought we did too, but that was a good idea. He said Father's Farm, or Father Farms. I like it. Why did Grant comment? I don't know. He followed me back then. And that was the beginning of the knock off everything Josh does arc for everybody on the internet. But I don't know. Yeah. That's why I said I think he still follows me. Yeah, we're going to put the bull on the logo. That's going to be dope. Oh, yeah, so that's the thing. Who can make a sign? So we need somebody to make the official sign once we agree on it. Yeah. If you can make a dope-ass sign, this is your... I'll give you the dimensions. Banks? Why is Citi? Again... That's the second one. It was Wells Fargo and JP Morgan. It took all day. And then we got 18 minutes till power hour, but you got another bank going red. Nothing's happened. Latest thing was the Google shit. Sign made of steel. All right, well, there you go. It'll be ready. Once we submit the name and do it, we'll need the sign. But I'm going to make the video before, so it sucks. We won't be able to make the first video with the sign unless somebody could do it in like 3 days. But we'll see. LC sign. Is he in the cult? Is that you? But yeah, I'll tell him hit me up. We're going to need it. Rail, like California. That's a crazy part, because in a weird way, Raul, I thought you said a rail, but if there ever was a train, or like if they actually built the train, the Cali real estate would go up a lot. I've told you that years ago. I told you half a decade ago. Once this is from Olivier, once transportation like really develops, and you could start going like LA to San Diego in like 30 minutes, everything is going to shoot up in value. You realize that, right? That technology is going to change, or transport tech is going to change real estate values. Have you ever thought about that? I've been thinking about this for almost a decade now. But yeah, it's working a little bit at a time. But yeah. Oh, LC Signs? That's the dude oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about, the guy who does the videos and he makes the jokes and then That's funny. I was like, tell him to hit me up. I'm like, who's LC? And then you guys all knew him. That's funny. Is he in Texas? Yeah, I don't even get the joke. I've seen a couple of his, but I don't know. You guys know more of the lore than I do. I thought he was in China. Yeah, that's what makes it funnier. He's visiting U.S.? Nice. He's a spy. No. These days, today was big though. Comparatively, you at least moved the 0.7, but painful, bro. I tell you guys like a couple weeks ago. I hope you enjoy listening to me, cause you know that's why, bro. At least thank God we get this farm, bro. Cause if summer's slow, we gonna be trading from the farm, so that'll be fun. Will I IRL stream the closing? Kind of. I don't know if I'll stream it, but I'm going to make a video. We'll go over everything. You'll see the final transaction because I still got to move the money out the long term. And then I'll make the video and we'll see some cool parts of it. On the waiting list, that's what, well, we're going to announce that very soon. So, I look forward to it. Margin Call Meadows, Short Sell Stables, Hoddle Homestead, Pump and Dump Pastures, Candlestick Corral, Portfolio Prairie. I kind of like those, I'm not gonna lie. I think my favorite is Candlestick Corral. That's pretty dope. He is risen oh my gosh, Chad. We have too many ideas. They're all getting good now. Yesterday, we settled that long-term ranch. Today, y'all turned on the juices. What happened, bro? What happened? Y'all had nothing yesterday. Now today, y'all fucking all branding, marketing experts. I got Fibonacci Farm. I'm getting ideas left and right, bro. Oh, y'all kidding me, bro. Margin Call Meadows. That's just ominous. That Philo? Maybe then. I don't know, y'all. That's Pragmatic Ranch. Practice. I don't know, man. These are great ideas. Yesterday, y'all just were like, all right. Word. You're like, I don't know, Josh. Next. Today, we are, wow, this is... All right, well, maybe I'll leave this to voting for you guys then. Because there's some good ones here. Amor Fati Farms. All right, I'll give you guys a delay if this is what you produce. I'm down. Yeah, you guys needed to sleep on it. All right. Future Fortune Farms. Sounds like a casino, bro. It's gonna be right next to the Golden Dragon slot machine. Future. I kind of like it. Harvest of Hope. Heaven's Hedge. That's actually kind of our Hell's Hedge, if you think about it. Or I guess it is a heaven hedge, depending on how you look at it. You inherited a house that needs work. Could I email you it? I haven't been on stream sorting of personal things. Yeah, man, send the email. But that's good, though, that you haven't sold it. Hopefully you don't sell it yet. I don't know if you were here the other day. I was just telling how a lot of people, the biggest mistake they make is they sell a property that they inherit right away. You may have way better tax incentives and other things you may not know about. So the work may be overwhelming, but all of that could be done. It's all, you know what I'm saying? So all you got to do is just have a good plan, understand the value in your goals, and just don't rush it. But yeah, send it on over. But then lock in, baby. I hope you've been, let's go. Hello. Telling you to sell it? No, don't sell it. See, I haven't even seen it yet. I could take a look at the numbers, and if it's gonna take you more money to get it out and like all this dumb shit, then yeah, maybe. Or if you have another plan to buy another house, or you have another plan to start a business, maybe it will make sense to sell it. But I lean towards don't sell it no matter what, and especially with some of this Trump shit. Because if they're not going to give you the death tax anymore, bro, and if you could inherit with the step-up basis, I mean, it's all in your favor. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would just see. All you got to do is the work and all that. And if it's yours unencumbered, who cares what anybody says? Sadly, I know other people will try to tell you what to do, but I'm just saying for you and your family, a big asset, a house, if there's old tax advantages and other things, you know the answer. Bite dance story is factually inaccurate. Oh, Snap's moving on that. So weird today. That one moved kind of instant. Mr. Hanlen, Banana Len. Oh, this time 5 banana. Oh, 25 banana. My man. Let's go, baby. Go, baby. Obviously, I'll see you soon. Woo! Golden Cross Hills. Well, yeah, no US only. Or maybe it's going to be different than this, like, weird remake app they're doing. That could be it. Again, but how many months have you been talking about a TikTok deal? You know what I'm saying? The Promised Land Ranch. Nigel Safari Sanctuary. Shit, Nigel, we could maybe move him out. Main ranch called Long-Term Ranch. And then different names for each section. Halls and dorms. I like that idea. Man, okay, this is where I got worried. Yesterday, I was getting excited. I was like, all right, we don't have any ideas, so I don't think we're going to run out. But now I'm like, we have a lot. Now we're going to have more ideas than land. Yesterday, we had more land than ideas. But so, yeah, SMCI, and I had Sherwin-Williams up there. They were moving too. Even the Spy is the highest you've been in like 4 hours. paint popping. Isn't paint expensive? That's part of it. And then it is power hour in 5 minutes. So get ready. Dude, I'll name it Lexus Ranch if they give us all our Lexuses. You remember I called them and they were being so dumb about it? I said, we'll buy 20 right now. And they said no. Home of the stock picking pig. Dude, do you guys like that idea? Because everybody in real life has told me they hate it. But I'm so down with it, though. I love it. I like the first stock picking pig. How come we don't have stock picking pigs if pigs get slaughtered? Oh, man. So, I don't know. Wait till you find out the name. You're going to laugh so hard. It's so disrespectful. Oh, man. All right, I need to go pee. Power hour piss. I'll be right back. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. Or visit us in person at Long-Term Ranch.
That was a terrible transition. I'm so
Name
sorry.
pending.
I love it. You do need coffee because we have a lot of power needed. To your point, from AI and crypto, but we have Starbucks, SBUX. Shares are kind of flat right now, but Starbucks has received proposals from potential investors in its China business. So that's according to people familiar with the matter, and most of whom are eyeing a controlling stake. So China is the second largest market of Starbucks, and Bloomberg reported in May that the company had kicked off a review process. So obviously now they're sifting through those reviews and really shortlisting prospects. So this isn't Starbucks' preferred option. They obviously preferred to sell a minority stake to help them grow their China business, and we have TD Cowen estimating that Starbucks China operations could be valued at a range of $2.6 billion to $4.7 billion if the coffee chain is sold. So really, Starbucks has grappled with the sluggish sales in China because there have been many rivals and just, a lackluster consumer demand. And they've been catering to the taste of the local market. They've been slashing tea prices. And
don't they drink a lot of tea?
Yes, tea. And they've been offering sugar-free options, zero sugar.
Yeah.
So there's that. But really, it's been a struggle for them.
Initially in the trade today, there was excitement about this.
Yes.
Shares were up as high as 3.1%, but they've given back some of those gains.
I guess uncertainty, or maybe the 2.6 billion to 4.7 billion isn't what they were expecting. We have CNBC reporting that it could be as much as 10 billion. So the disparity is quite huge.
I also think it would get rid of something that's been quite an overhang on this company, because I feel like every time Starbucks reports, we're like, let's take a look at the Chinese sales, right?
Think about what we were talking about a decade ago. It wasn't an overhang. It was the business and the growth engine.
Exactly.
It was like, how is China doing?
Yeah.
The stats about how many stores they were opening up each day.
Yeah.
It was wild.
So what a
Yeah.
I do love Starbucks because it tastes the same all over the world. So if I drink it in Asia, it's the same as opposed to here.
I like local coffee joints.
Okay, Starbucks has a market cap of about $108 billion. Kind of pales in comparison to the next stock we're talking about.
Exactly. I think this is a stock of the day, NVIDIA. Shares are up just around 2%. The ticker is NVDA. So it's the first company in history to achieve a $4 trillion market cap, really cementing a status as the kingpin in the AI space, in the tech space, and just in the global financial market. So earlier it jumped as much as 3%, and that's what brought it to that milestone. It's just a stunning rebound. Remember DeepSeek? I guess no one thinks of that anymore. Really, the stock has risen more than 20% this year and up more than 1,000% since the beginning of 2023.
Wow. This was a $4.91 a share stock back in March of 2020. I'm just saying.
2023 shares were up 239%. In 2024, shares were up 171%.
I wonder how you're feeling if you're Jensen Huang. And we have Bloomberg's story saying that he is meeting top Chinese leaders as he attends an expo in Beijing. So we can connect it back to Starbucks in China.
Well done, well done. Bloomberg News cross-asset reporter Isabel Lee. Check out our Stock Movers podcast, 5-minute episodes. You can find it on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you get your podcast. Do not go anywhere. On television, Bloomberg's The Close coming up.
He is risen. You guys remember this year how he called one of the biggest rallies in the world the He Is Risen rally as it was happening? Amen, bro. Put God first. Do you need a pig? Your mother-in-law bought one and didn't know it was illegal to have, so you need a new home for her? Oh shit. How old is the pig? Because I was hoping they'd be able to rescue some animals, so maybe that's a good idea. I could be down. Email me. Why not? As long as it's not like, is it a violent pig? Because I'm trying to, I have real big ambitions for this pig, dog. I'm trying to make him a star. I'm trying to make him the first stock-picking pig in the world. Maybe not the first, but the best. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to post a picture of the ranch. You guys are getting me so excited, but you know what? I'll just keep hyping it up. Because it hasn't happened yet. So then that way, if it fails, you guys could talk even more shit. So there you go. I won't get, but oh yeah, I'm looking at it. Bro, I want it. What is it? Oink oink? How do I make a pig sound? Yeah, there you go. I think. Google brushed off the OpenAI news. Well, that's what I was saying. It was just, I think it's because it's OpenAI. But remember, there was Perplexity and then another one with Opera. Today was a very weird news day. So just get ready, you guys. You have to be, I think there's a lot of room to get scammed on summer. And then one of these days, it's actually going to be real. And there's going to be real opportunity. So stay locked in. We'll be here. But at the end of today was weird with the headlines because, and I showed you some really good examples. Like we watched it and a lot of people were reacting and algos were producing algo reactions. We would get headlines 5-10 minutes. And then the reaction would come 5-10 minutes later and they would just attach it to a random sympathy stock. So very interesting. And even then, Amazon Prime Day sales, like they all did that. So just notice we're moving as expected. Today's a little bigger and we got some data. Ever since the minutes came out, we tilted up. They did have a slight bullish tilt to them, but nothing dramatically new. And then, yeah, tomorrow we get towards the end of the week. This week doesn't have much, but next week we kick off earnings and then bigger data. Non-farm CPI cycle is right around the corner, and then Powell, and then the end of earnings, and then summer, and then trade deals and all that. Woo. Yeah, so does anybody know anybody at PETA? So is it bad if we make a stock picking pig? Like, because I'm not trying to abuse an animal. You guys, I would prefer to rescue it and like save it and like give it a good home. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that gonna piss off PETA? Are they gonna get mad? Because I think PETA would kill us. PETA would get really mad at us. That's the word. Yeah, I remember like the Super Bowl. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm allowed to own it. It's like I'm gonna give it a real environment, and like I'm saying, if we might be able to rescue it from a Chad who can't take care of it, so that'd be even better. If you treat them well and have a nice spot. Yeah, people have them as pets, right? I guess they'll get mad if I eat it, right? But no, yeah. So we have it all. Like there's actually like it's ready for a pig. Yes, PETA would be upset, but why? Like, if we're genuinely, like, trying to take care of an animal, I guess if I ate it, would you get mad? I won't eat it then. If I'm going to use it for stock picking purposes, I won't eat it. All right? Is that fair? Okay, we won't eat it. We won't eat it. Even if he underperforms, I won't eat it. Okay? I promise. I didn't. Now, initially, I would have, but if you're telling me that's wrong, because I've ate bacon my whole life, so I'm not, forgive me for my ignorance. But yeah, so I guess we'll see. Whatever oh yeah, what if we donate the money to an animal shelter? I'm down. I like it, man. Yeah, a lot of great. See, this is the idea, man. I like good ideas. Welcome to the. Have they ever done an incubator on a farm? Wow! So I'm talking about. The Twitch streamer, the animal shelter in Texas. Oh, no way. That's what I'm scared of, dude. I really see this is like the reality, because I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, I do want to get animals, but then I'm like, dude, what if something happened? Like, it's California. You know how many times in my life I've been in a wildfire and I've seen like animals evacuate, and then these people with like horses and farm animals get fucked and the animals get clapped, bro. It's sad. So I don't know. We have to be ready for that as well too. That's like the weird part, is that I do want enough. I want a lot of animals, but you also have to think, bro. Like, worst comes to worst, like you can't get too much, because it is still Southern Cali, bro. I know. I'll need, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could start with like a couple animals, but anything after that, we need trailers. You need like an exit plan, like, for every single one, because it's fucked. Unless, like, I don't know, like, you could let the chickens get clapped, but then again, PETA will be fucked. So, chickens don't need a lot of space, but the horses and the other shit do. It is a fire-prone area. Southern California is very, very prone to fires. That's what I'm saying, bro. And it's just like random-ass areas you would never expect. But it's all these areas in Cali, they have animals. Where the fires are, there's usually a lot of animals. You can't have trees in concrete buildings with iron tile roofs. I don't think we're planning to build concrete buildings, but is that like that fire hazard risk? Yeah. I know we need a certain amount of sprinklers, and it already has them. So it already has certain fire precautions. That's how crazy it is. A water tank. We have a water tank. We got a big one. This guy just said we should build Noah's Ark on the compound. Okay. I guess we'll just wrap up the rest of the day with stocks now. I think we'll leave it there at Noah's Ark building. I don't think we're going to do that just yet. I thought somebody would have recommended building Solomon's Temple first, but I guess the Ark the Ark came. I guess that's chronologically correct, but still, a Coinbase ripping. $1 pop here. It's not anything special in terms of the day. UPS price target raise. Can you put in your will that you want to be buried on the farm? Dude, I don't know. Dude, like, can the HOA say no? But then again, like, bro, I don't want to, like, do you guys want a cemetery? Do you want, it's a tax benefit? And then, I don't even, dude, you see, I'm not ready for these questions. So, yeah, like I said, we might need a council. We might need a council. Yo, bro. Well, dude, these ideas, you got some ideas today, Winning. You got some ideas, baby. You know, keep pumping them, bro. Give me some more ideas, Winning. I like it. Winning loser, bro. Let's go. Dude, I don't know. Father Farms and now this. I like it. I don't know. You're thinking big, and you're thinking in area. Dude, because I remember reading it is zoned for a cemetery, but I never thought I would anybody would have. I don't know, bro. I never was like, I don't know. I never thought about burying somebody on my own land. I've heard of Donald Trump doing it, but yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm like, all right, man. Oh, shit. He's like, I see your Noah Ark building, and I raise you. Bury me on the ranch. Okay, well, shit, Chad, y'all. I don't know. This is good thing it's a slow day. Good thing it's a slow day, bro. Because I'm at a loss for words now. So, you know, let me go get me a water bottle. I'm going to go take a lap. I need to think. I like these ideas, though. But, like, I'm also like, oh, shit. I'm not ready for these ones. I don't know. We had some great ideas, though. I think a great brainstorming sesh. But, like, we need to make it real. So, I don't know. And we need an architect. That's why, do you guys get it? That's why I'm telling you architect. Because we need somebody to, like, plan and organize all of this and get a plan. And we're going to start getting shit coded and all of that. And ready. Like, you see what I'm saying? We need a real plan of what we want to do, bro. So, yeah. All right. But I'll BRB. I will BRB. Give me a sec. I love it. Was it Jeremy Siegel?
Value, or even the U.S. Outside of international wars, etc., has really outperformed for so long Europe. And Europe is still selling 15 times earnings outside the U.S. Basically, you're at a 15, 16 times earnings world, in many cases 12, 13. You don't need much growth with those valuations to generate returns that is good enough as the S&P 500 once you reach 20 PE. So, I say in the long run, I absolutely agree. And we should also realize, even though we had a sigh of relief with that Friday employment report.
You have to see this, because the voice and the look, it sounds like I'm watching Honey, I Shrunk the PE.
Expectations. The St. Louis GDP now, for second quarter, they said it's 2.5%. Well, I remember first quarter was -0.5%.
I love
that
it,
means
but
the average of the two, we have 1%
flashbacks. You know what I'm saying?
This year, which is really not very fast. So, we were facing the tariffs. We're facing slower growth. I've been a proponent for the Fed to let up, and of course that's an ongoing war, which I think is going to heat up between Trump and Powell.
Heat up more than it's already had. It's so funny you went there, because that's where I was going to go. And I was going to turn to Gabriella, who says that we as investors in the stock market shouldn't want and doesn't even need rate cuts. That's your principal argument, right? Professor, you're going to debate this on the other side, but let's hear Gabby's view.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we were so worried about what the stock market would do as rates did the opposite. They went up. And we had a very resilient stock market because over time, the economy and large cap corporate earnings have become less sensitive to moves in rates. And why would we expect anything different on the way down when interest rates are gradually coming down? What we don't believe is really an investment to chase here is much more the pockets of the market that require lower rates and re-accelerating growth to actually work. So to your question, still large cap over small cap, and still avoiding areas of the market that have gotten beat up but that are still challenged, like retail, like home builders. It's just not quite that environment. It's still a soggy economic growth with elevated rates.
This doesn't sound, Professor, like a run to the rescue environment, right? Not yet.
No, it's not a run to the rescue. But, you know, outside of tariffs, I see prices going down. And as I've mentioned, you know, tariffs are like a tax, and I don't think the Fed should keep a tight position in the face of a tax. And growth has definitely slowed. I mean, what was the average GDP growth last year? I mean, it was 2.5% to 3%. I said 1% this half. Well, in this big slowdown in immigration that we've had, we have tariffs. You know, payrolls down to about half to a third of the average growth of last year.
So
again, we're not in recession mode by any means.
He's even like, the Fed, what do you mean
tariffs, prices going down, slower economic growth, inverted term structure, where the Fed funds rate is above the 10-year. That's not historically the best place to be. I think there's a lot of persuasive arguments for having lower short-term rates.
Ali, are you counting on rate cuts for your small caps pick? Because it doesn't seem as one can work without the other.
No, I mean, to us, we've been for a while in this higher for longer environment. We actually think rates are right now in some of the overall sweet spot. For investors, you're no longer being punished for being a saver.
I just realized
for lenders, you're able to get attractive rates on a historical basis. And it actually is labeled to enable businesses to continue to expand. Our thought on small cap is not necessarily just dependent on terms of interest rates decreasing, but it is very much more of that valuation disconnect between those mega cap companies and the small companies. And knowing as the overall economy feels better, the overall families feel wealthier, as we see economic progress, that's really what benefits those smaller companies as opposed to just an interest rate call.
All right, we'll leave it there. Ali, thank you. Professor, it's good to see you as always, and Gabriella, you as well. It's good to have everybody here with us on Closing Bell. NASDAQ hitting another record high today, as we said. S&P 500 not that far behind either. The Renaissance Macro's Jeff DeGraff says, well, I'm not going to tell you what he says. We're going to ask him what he says on where expectations are right now, because I don't want to give it all away before I hear from you directly. Are we primed to go higher, or are we too complacent, or what's the story?
I definitely don't think we're too complacent. You know, most of the indications that we look actually show that there's still room. There's a gap between kind of people missing out in that second quarter rally and where they are today and what they want to do. There's a lot of people waiting for a pullback, and usually when there's a lot of people waiting for a pullback, you're just not going to really satisfy that. So, you know, one of our favorite things to do is look at what expectations are from the consumer standpoint. And as counterintuitive as it may be, low consumer expectations actually result in higher equity prices historically. So we love the idea that this is just coming off of, you know, what's essentially a 2 to 3 standard deviation downside move, and it just hasn't caught up yet. So I don't think there's too much complacency. I certainly don't think there's too much speculation or over exuberance, and I think we're actually still in a pretty good spot for the remainder of the summer.
What are the charts? I mean, you look at the charts, obviously, as the head of technical research. Let's take NVIDIA, for example. Even when you wear a cowboy hat. NVIDIA, okay? $4 trillion in market cap. Does the chart still look good? Is there a correlation between how you feel about the overall market and how you might feel and how the chart might look around a name like NVIDIA, which is now the biggest in the market?
Yeah, look, I mean, that just happens to be coincidental today, but, you know, let's look back over the last year for NVIDIA, right? And really this time last year, we were warning clients about the excess enthusiasm that we had seen. We took a lot of heat for it. And just said, look, that just has to take a beat. You're going to find that there'll be excuses, something will happen, and it'll probably get oversold, and the oversold condition's probably buyable. But, you know, we want to be very careful of that. And now here we are 12 months later, a lot of that excess enthusiasm
you guys,
has
I don't know, man. I don't
dissipated.
think
it's starting to come back for
we
sure.
Get, like,
but
if none
I
of these ideas
more broadly,
work,
what we saw this time last year, where every semiconductor was doing well.
I'll just tell you now, if these ideas work, if none of my ideas or any of the Chad's ideas work, then we'll do the dating show. But that was just a joke, okay? Because some of y'all have reached out for the dating. For Love Ranch is not real. It was an idea, but we have other ideas that will come well ahead of Love Ranch. So if that, we gotta fail to get to that end. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a big mortgage to pay. But you know what I'm saying? But let's try the other stuff first, you know?
From what we see, it certainly seems fine.
I'm sure I already got people trying to be on it.
This market
I got girls and guys.
You
I'm
don't
like,
care
what the
about the
fuck? It's a
concentration.
joke!
I mean, you'd admit it has been
calm
a
down,
large
bro.
cap stock
Calm
rally.
We'll get
I mean,
there.
the S&P's dramatically underperforming the equal weight for a reason, as I mentioned at the top. The biggest names in finance, the biggest names in tech, the biggest names in industrials.
But they're all going in the same direction, right? You're always going to have relative outperformance and underperformance. What I'm most interested in, if I get the mega cap or the cap weight index making a new high, while the equal weight is trending downward, that's a problem. We're not seeing that at all. So you're going to have that concentration effect just from the mega cap names. I don't worry about that. There's probably the last 3 or 5 years we've had plenty of clarion calls around that just didn't come true. So I'm always skeptical on that and more careful. I would say at the same time,
there might be enough for
the Apple chart's not that great. The Google chart's kind of floundering a little bit. So there's a trade-off that takes place here. We're certainly seeing that.
When you're broke.
Until that's been really
walk with the Lord,
dog. The forefront in terms of AI is on your radar too, based on the chart looking like it might be breaking out again.
We need to fix the loneliness another way. Reconcile with your Lord, bro.
Why again now?
Well, we were looking for charts that look similar to NVIDIA. I know you want to talk about that.
Wow, this guy's trying to sell you NVIDIA at $4 trillion.
Obviously, Clack looks great and Avago looks
great. Oh, dude, I love this timeline. You know that?
Name or a different industry group, and Vistra looks good.
I love this
timeline. Long consolidation.
You know that? We got like the world, everyone crashing out. You got real serious shit. Everybody needs a hug. Everybody's angry. We got a ridiculous wealth gap. Everybody lying and not changing shit. And then he's just trying to tell you why NVIDIA is a great deal right now.
Is the point where you want to be chasing relative strength leaders. You don't want to be chasing laggards because it's going to be a much more challenging environment. What you want today are the leadership names because they represent the narratives of tomorrow. And I think that's exactly what you have with both these names that you're talking about.
Yeah, why make it more difficult on yourself? In other words, Jeff, we'll see you soon.
4 trillion's the new
That's
1 trillion. It sounds like the whole
we'll see you
400K is the new 100.
We're just getting started here. Up next, wow, a couple big stories from the world of sports business.
He said, I don't want to chase laggers. Yeah, you fucking idiot. Okay, go clean your room, okay, you motherfucker. Of course you don't want to chase a lagger. You don't, yeah, I'm sure you want it right now. Some other things tell me you want something right now and you cannot refuse. So I'll just stop before I start to target anybody else. But I'm just, what do you mean you don't want to buy a lagger? You don't got fucking this guy. But I understand the sentiment though. I see where he is coming from, to be respectful and fair. Because when they are lagging, they're usually lagging for a reason. So I don't think you should chase all laggers, but I don't know, man. I'm not. Yeah, bro. I don't know. I like it. I like this. It's gonna be fun. I don't know. I think this compound thing is gonna be really fun, you guys. So, obviously, these ideas today are insane. I love it. That's what you guys were so timid yesterday. That is not me encouraging you to say some dumbass shit either. Okay? Because I feel like every idea today was said in kind of a genuine nature. I told you it said like 5 minutes ago. I don't know why Bitcoin, Bitcoin was running to the point even MSTR went up. You know, that doesn't happen all the time, as odd as that sounds. But yeah, dude, crazy. 400K is the new 100K. That's what people would say during like 2020, 2021, after like the stimulus, and then after Biden, and then like, remember they started targeting people making 400,000, and then inflation, and then houses tripled, and everyone was like 100. Because right now, in a weird way, the houses you're shopping for today in the 400,000 range, they would have been what you were shopping for in the $100,000 range in 2019. Like literally, I have houses that I bought in 2019, even 2020, that were in the 100,000s that are now in the 4s. And then again, there's people who make certain amounts in those areas and their lifestyles adjust around there. So I don't know if I agree with that sentiment fully, but those are the reasons why people say that, because of these cost of living effects and the tax stuff. And that number there's a real 400K that was on the tax shit. It's running because of the lyrics on the new Drake song. Wow, I didn't know that. What did he say? Need to call the Wagyu portion Jake Farm? Oh, I'm down. I like it, bro. Jake from State Farm. I think we might. We're gonna have a peach. We'll have a peach tree. And I don't know, man. You want a cow, Jake? What's your favorite animal, Jake? But I do want a Wagyu cow. I really do. I'm being dead serious about that. You guys know that? This is real. I want to raise my own Wagyu cow. And I know there's enough crazy mother effers in here. You want a Wagyu cut of meat for Christmas with me. I know you're down. So I'm doing it. I want it. I think that'd be dope. Yeah, no. I'm gonna, like, literally, we raise our own American Wagyu cow. Yeah, we get our cow. We have someone meet the standards of it. You feed it. You do whatever you have to make it Wagyu. And then, yeah, bro, you raise that thing up. And then we get it to the butcher. Whether it takes a year, 2, 3, and whenever it's ready, you cut that thing up, bro. And then you have that's our Christmas meal. Cold cuts, bro. But I'm being dead serious. Because you know who gave me this? This was my brother-in-law. He's a fucking Texan, and he told me this. And I said, what? And I said, genius. I love it. Because that's what they do, bro. You know that? Motherfuckers in like Oklahoma and Texas do this. They just raise their own shit and eat it. And then he was telling me about the Wagyu game. I did not know there was a Wagyu game. So yeah, we could do it. We could literally make our own cow. Or like our own meat. How am I going to look at the cow after raising it and taking it out back? Bro, did you see how fast I sold Snapchat, Airbnb, and the other 200K? Did you see how quick I didn't even have time to play the Fast and the Furious song. We gotta go. The gate's closing. Don't look back. The fuck? I got a plan, dog. You got a plan? We gotta go. Wagyu is a Japanese cow, and Kobe Bryant is an American great. So I don't want to hear it. You could have Wagyu in America and Kobe in America, and Kobe in Japan and Wagyu in Japan. It's globalism, you liberal. I'm a liberal in that sense. We all are. Liberal economics, they don't understand. They hijack the word. Anyways, I'm having a little too much fun towards the end of the day. Well, that's what happens when the market is oddly slow for the other 7 hours. Leave Kobe out of it? No, bro. Because, I think I was freshman year of high school, maybe like 8th grade, when I learned that, like, Kobe Bryant, I learned about Kobe beef. And I was like, what? Dog, growing up is kind of dope, man. You get these realizations. I remember learning about Kobe beef, and I blew my mind because all I knew about was Kobe Bryant. So, do you understand the connection? That's a wild connection, and that's why. I'm like, why are they trying to eat Kobe Bryant? Like, what do you mean Kobe beef? And then, bro, I got fascinated with the history of Kobe beef. I could tell you everything about Kobe beef because I was trying to differentiate between Kobe beef and Kobe Bryant as a young boy. So I figured it out eventually. But yeah, so, oh no, I'm gonna bring Kobe beef and Kobe Bryant into this conversation. Okay, that's the origin story. And then and it makes sense. And then you're like, oh shit, didn't he grow up in his background and then the influence? And then you're like, oh shit, I don't know, man. All right, man. High ticker's gassed. 30-minute ramp capital. The movie The Goonies? Yes, sounds very familiar. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. No Goonies for me. But yeah, it's a Spielberg. Oh no, and then I know I can't tell you the plot, but I could tell you the I remember the sloth dude. He kind of looks like me on some days. I mean, it just depends. Like, that was me before I started taking care of myself. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you'll figure it out. All right, man. 30 minutes remaining. Oh my gosh, dude, you literally have a baby pig. So you guys can't keep this pig and you're in Southern California? Okay, I'll take it, bro. Let me get the farm and I'll take it if you want. So, I'm not going to eat it, but I've never taken care of a pig before. And I am going to force him to a life of picking stocks. Which I've done too. I kind of do that and I'm fine. I'm a happy individual. And I'm going to change his name from Wilbur to Don't Eat It. Listen. Originally, when I had this idea, I'm being honest, I was probably going to eat it. But I think, I'm not going to eat it. And I think, if we are going to use it for a purpose, I feel bad. I would feel bad eating it. And now that it's a rescue, I would feel even more terrible eating it. I don't know why I would feel better if it was just burst and then I murdered it, but then again, I'll leave that to the liberals. Sorry. Okay, I'm talking about, bro, he sent me a mini pig. We were talking about animal. Mini pig. It's a mini pig. I'll show you the fucking evidence. I'm not even kidding. It's on my email. He's legit. I'm going to rescue the pig, bro. That's what we're talking about right now. So, like I'm saying, I don't know why I feel bad afterwards, but, but I'm down, bro. I'm down. I'm telling you, everybody, my mom, and then anybody helping me with this is all disagreeing with the pig idea, but I am so down, bro. This is how I got my first chicken. You know that when I was in the 3rd grade, we hatched chickens, and then they the teacher was like, who wants to take them home? And I said, I do. And then I just pretty much asked my foreign dad, who didn't really understand English, if I could have chickens. And I think he gave me a nod and said yes. And I ran with it. And I said, word, let's do it. And I told everybody I was allowed to have chickens. And so one day I showed up with chickens and my mom flipped. I was in the 3rd, and they said that they knew about this. And my parents, they weren't involved. They had no idea, and they were very batshit confused. And so we tried it for a little bit. Long story short, Grandma ate my chicken. I'm not even kidding. Terrible. AI popping. The literal stock ticker AI. Yeah, no other headline. Again, you've been up since the minutes. Slight bullish tilt, but that's it. So, yeah. She did, and she fed it to me. Actually. This is all a real story. So yeah. But I'm down, bro. I'm down with this pig. I really am. I'm too down with this pig. They ate your duck? Oh, damn. Well, duck is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, bacon is so regular. And, like, chicken is so, like, normal. But, like, duck is a delicacy. They charge you a lot more for duck, dog. I'm saying, bro. I'm saying. Angus hair. Are you naming the beef, bro? This is crazy. This guy, man. I love it. I love it. Dude, you're about to out the son of... Bro, you're about to have little Arab boy over here farming. This is going to be great. But yeah, some of you guys, like, please don't abandon me on this, okay? Dude, I'm banking on you guys. You know that, right? I'm hoping you guys are like gonna be, because this is gonna be a lot. So we're gonna have to live up. We gotta rise to the occasion, Chad. Yeah, miniature pigs don't exist. It's kind of like financial advisors, but you consult your financial advisor. Option trading, stock trading is extremely risky. You can lose all, if not most, of your financial investment. Please consult with a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. I'm just an Egyptian boy. I know nothing. Thank you. That piglet will grow big, so will his portfolio. Yes, you mean. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Bitcoin again. Whoop. Yeah, dude, I have no idea why. I mean, I don't know if it was, wasn't there I told you there's a meeting today. There was a congressional meeting on digital assets. So, and then now it's near highs. Like, if this was beginning of the year, any meeting with crypto, they would have shot it up 10%. So, in a weird way, like, Bitcoin is up today, and Coin, and Robinhood, and, like, even Bitcoin itself. But, like, yeah, there was a congressional meeting on, like, digital assets and all that. I mean, all of it's all crypto on the high ticker. And we're getting into the close, man. I only got like 22 minutes left. You're being serious? You think it's Drake? You think okay. My answer I pulled out of my ass was congressional meeting. Your answer is Drake lyrics. So, you know what? I think today's a brainstorming day. Maybe we should do that all summer. But I don't know. What do you think? I don't know the lyrics. Tell me I'm gonna find the lyrics now. Okay, well, you gave me all of the lyrics. He said it's TBD. I look at this shit like a BTC. Could be down this week. Then I'm up next week. So he rhymed week with week. I would say that's weak. But, all right, good enough. I don't know if that's going to do it, but you know what? We used to have a little Yachty indicator. So, I'm open. Like I said, the congressional meeting, otherwise, I think summertime. Is there a creek? I don't know, man. You guys just got to see it. Okay? I'm not going to answer any more questions till you see the video. And then any other unanswered questions, you just got to come and see it. So, yeah, that's it. That's the best I could do. It's the best I could do. But I'm excited. And I hope you are too. And I look forward to meeting some of you again and some of you I never have. That's it, man. Now I can tell you, follow us at the Trading Fraternity, Real Cult News on Twitter, or come visit us in person at Long Term Ranch. And if you call the phone line, the guy from Intel will answer. I know, I told you guys on the first candle of this shit popping, so I hope you don't get mad, or all of these rants aside. That's the only action, really, besides random new shit. But, yeah, whatever Bitcoin. Again, I don't know if it's the Drake lyric, like I told you, around here. It's like right here in the morning, you had the congressional thing. How do we get the piglet to you? So I don't have this space yet. That's why either by Friday or next week, I will have the property. And then, God willing. And from there, I could pick it up. Or you could just drop it off. Or we can meet somewhere. Do you do shipping? Do you take a firm? No, I'm kidding, but yeah, no, that's it. It's easy to transport. It's not a big pig yet. I'll put him in the G-Wagon. You know, it is a work vehicle. So I'm down. He could fit in the trunk. It's an open trunk. It's humane. Thank you for calling Father Farms. Our offices are currently closed in observance of Jackson Hole Symposium. Please leave a detailed message, and we'll return your call as soon as possible. If you're confused about any recent purchases, please go to the post tab on youtube.com/the stock market. Everything crypto related is going nuts. We don't know. We're debating why crypto's going up. I say congressional meeting and just random summer move. We have people saying Drake lyrics. Anybody else have ideas? Because that's it for now. And again, ever since the Fed minutes came out, we've kind of been running up here a little bit. What if it's a spy pig? Then so be it, bro. I'm honored that they wasted the technology on me. That's great, bro. You remember the Philo? What was it? Ahithophel? So it made the pig's foolishness. It made the pig's plans turn to foolishness, brother. Amen. Amen. I don't know, man. Tonight again, even MSTR went up, and that's funny. Because, I remember a month or two ago, I had to explain to people how every time, crypto, Bitcoin goes up, MSTR doesn't always go up. But whatever happened here, at the top of the hour, power hour, it just started running. And even MSTR, the miners, Robinhood, they all started trail. Even Visa, stable. It could be some stablecoin shit. Circle might. If that starts going up, Circle ain't getting shit. So maybe less stable coin, more Bitcoin. Because, yeah, that would go up with it. And iBit's still ripping. And then remember, commodities today were pretty hot. Just in general. I mean, we were even talking about high paint prices, for crying out loud. Yeah, GME, they do own a lot of Bitcoin now. Remember, that was a couple months ago. And then if you want to trade in your used Bitcoin, they're offering you $20,000. If you would like to, you could bring in your Bitcoin and buy other crypto, trade it in, store credit. It's a dope program. High ticker's gassing, bro. Fuck GameStop. You know that? I'm not even talking the stock. They robbed so many poor kids. I was one of them. They're getting fucking pillaged. And those guys had, like, they had ego, too. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the gaming world back in the day, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were popping. Like, they had it. Exciting close. Kind of. I mean, ever since the minutes, I think today's way better, though, than yesterday. It was a little bit painful with the pin and doing nothing, but I'm having fun. Did I make a trade? I don't think I did. I think I just took profits today. Nah, I didn't do shit. I didn't sell anything else in the long term, so you guys noticed that. The last 2 days, we sold in the long term to get our money. We now have $217,000 in cash. So about 220 was, remember, 200 to 220. That was my initial quote that I needed. So I know it takes a day. I could wire out. That's the beauty. Let me see. It doesn't show anything, I don't think. But when I click wire out, you guys will see here. Yeah, nice. But yeah, so even when I go and click wire, this is what I wanted you guys to see. This is what you need to learn. This is like, be mindful about the closing, the date, and all that, because you need the money ready to transfer. So available to withdraw now. That 217, because how we did it, I wire that out, and then boom, it is ready to go. And then we'll find out. I might need more. I hope. If I need less, then I just took tax losses for no reason. But like I said, we are going to get some other benefits and taxes and elsewhere. But, you know, it was just, I wish we had more losses. But then again, that means we did good. So, yeah, we'll see. But no action today besides what we did the last 2 days. I am still, like, waiting on the appraisal, but we still have, like, I have another, I'm doing multiple loans or lenders working on it. So we have a couple options. That's why they were telling me. It's, again, he said, unless I don't want it, but he said I should start thinking about, you know, because I mean, again, the people who've been helping me, even lending tips, I even told them, like, I want to do something as soon as possible, unless it's too much. But ideally, I'm planning to have people over by, like, either optimistically beginning of August, but realistically probably the end of August, you know, because I still want it to be summer. That way we could get 2 summers. Yeah, and then there's good sun and a good view. But we don't have a pool yet, so we're going to need that big, like, watering tin. I don't know. I could spray you guys with the hose, or is this getting too diddy? Like, okay. All right. But yeah, so we'll find out. Did you tell them about the cult? No. No. Well, I told them I want people over, but that's why. Yeah, so if we want to do any of that, we got to do a lot of work. So as I said, they said I should start thinking about that. We've been watching the Bitcoin pump. I just took it off screen. Again, we've had a little bit of debate, but we have no idea why. But it's broad. It's affecting miners, brokers, MSTR, you name it. Paint. We are going to need paint right away. Paint, and then we need a painter. Unless you guys want to see my shitty painting. I'm decent at painting, but I'm terrible because I've seen good painters. Some people, bro, dog, like house painters, there's artists, dog. Artists. You have no idea. There's people who paint houses, and it's art. Because they're just so good at it, bro. They've mastered it in a beautiful, beautiful way. But yeah, I thought I could paint, but I can't. I respect a good paint job. I really do. Anyone who, like, anytime we've ever... I have one guy in a certain area. It sucks I can't use him for, like, places that aren't near him. He won't go anywhere. But, oh, yeah. Well, you're getting some reds, but that's just 10-minute rig, baby. So, wrap it up. I think you already knew what to wrap up. I didn't even tell you that earlier, though. Again, it hasn't been as chill as the more... Like, we've been advancing all hour and a half 2 hours pretty much since the minutes. So came in a little bit more bullish. You're holding the gain today after 2 days of losses. Pretty much just brings you right back up. You're right where you opened on Monday. So that little value rotation, but now the value's down. Tech is what led you. Tomorrow we're going to get more data, but remember, next week, earnings, data, the Fed, all of that stuff. Again, it's going to be middle of July, and then we'll see. But the reciprocal stuff didn't really have an effect today. The bond auction was good. So, yeah, man, we're chilling. Hence all the farm discussions. You paint as your side business? Let's go, baby. You got the art, bro? Do you have the touch? That's what I'm saying. It's the touch. The artist touch. Oh, man. It's beautiful, though. Oh, that's what we should do. That's what... I want to hire some Chads for... like November to January, December. We should make a Chad hang up lights in Cali business. So if anybody wants to hang up Christmas lights for $1,500 a house, I'll give you a place in SoCal to camp out. You could run it. You know how much? That's how much they charge. The cheap ones are like $700. You could get them cheaper, but motherfuckers quote me $1,500 for Christmas lights. Yeah. I said, you guys are idiots. I'm like, why would I don't, listen, bro, I'm not even going to celebrate Christmas this year then. I'll do it inside. I'm going to just praise Jesus, bro. You're crazy. Uh-huh. Bro, it's big business in Cali. But it only for a month. You only get a month. You hang up signs, and you hang up people's Christmas lights, and they pay you a ridiculous amount of money. Halloween, that's extra. That's nuts. But yeah, I have seen Halloween lights. But no, remember I told you this when I was like trying to get the quotes. The cheapest one I got was $700. But you guys were telling me it's dangerous. People hella fall. And then Bitcoin's still going. Your 10-minute rig, producing a couple of reactions, but again, you see Apple, I think that's a big story of today. That was your drag. Otherwise, Nvidia, 4 trillion market cap. I think even Google's green. No, yeah, that's crazy. The lowest price stock. Go check on the post tab, and you should be able to see it. D.H. Horton? Nah, these are just ended. Yo, home builders are going nuts. I think it's just a move, but they have underperformed. Remember? Yeah, home builders are going before which makes sense because the rates are shit. Real estate companies aren't doing it, but home builders are. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, but DHI, Nail, and a couple of others all running up. And then, like I'm saying, your tech, remember how we were tripping on Apple? You're tripping on that in the morning, but look, now it's up. That thing was down 2%. Now it's literally gassing through the high at close. So now you didn't have anything happen. You know someone who only works holiday season decor and makes $800K? Well, there you go. Just plan for Christmas or Thanksgiving, maybe even Halloween. But yeah, it's big in Cali. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Yeah, I think Bitcoin's gonna hit a new all-time high, bro. 30 acres of land, 400 acres of ideas, bro. You got some good ones today, man. So I look forward to more, man. How resilient the market is. You're in legit awe. Oh, Habibi, you know this. You only have a 1-year badge. I feel like you've been here longer, but I think the first time I told Chad was in 2020. I think I said the phrase, do not doubt the resiliency of the S&P 500. Do you guys remember that 5 years ago? So that's why I believe in the long term. And I've been freaked out at times in my life, believe me, with the economy and things going on and, listening to the noise. But it's one of those things where you'll see it, you'll live through a lot, bro, and you see how it holds up. And funding, Autodesk, that's a fat dump. Autodesk, $10 dump. Hold on, 315 to 300. Do we only have one? There's nothing. All the contracts have gone up to 10. Let me see. Woo! All right, I got one, but I think I overpaid on that one. I'm gonna grab another. These are hella cheap. Okay, I grabbed the other cheap one. So yeah, I spent less than $30. But that's fat. That's why I'm playing that. That's a $15 drop, dude, in 1 second. For what reason? I have no idea. I don't even know the news. That's too big. Too big, and the plays were too cheap. But like I'm saying, some of you asked on those, but that's $20, $30. That's why, and I haven't done anything all day. And then, yeah, you don't have much time left. Okay, that could, again, end of the day, that could be a fluke, but even oh, yeah, my shit's already up, bro. So hold on one of them. Yeah, I got bids. I haven't sold them yet. And you had an all-time high on Bitcoin. It's crazy. And ON and Nike, remember, even had the Vietnam shit. U.S. clothing imports from China hit 22-year low. Apparel imports from China to 556, down from 796 in April. Import from Mexico rose 12% year over year. Nothing to do with Autodesk. That could be why ON. And then Chad, that's it, bro. So we'll see what that is. I feel like we might get something. That was crazy, but it looks like a dud for now. But Chad, wrap it up again tomorrow. A little bit more ice on the high. Not the one you're thinking about. That's International Continental Exchange, HD now. Why are the staples going up and anything related to real estate? But Chad, you only have 1 minute! Go, 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 go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, it's time to wrap it up. Bring it home. Finalize those plays. Speak now or forever hold. Yo, PTC. Oh, speak now or forever hold your peace, bro. This is what's happening. Is that one? Oh, they 580 that one too. Oh, I wanted that one. They won't even let you, bro. Yeah, I put in bullshit orders. Whatever, dude. That looks like a buyout or something. That's up 15%. And then MFI, yeah, bro. What? Some crazy ass move. That's 17%. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, Dell, bro. Autodesk evaluating cash and stock deal, acquiring PTC, bro. Yeah, you motherfuckers. Autodesk was a buyout. Yeah, dude. And then PTC was the buyer, but that one had nothing to be able to get. Oh, Wow. Wow. Ding, 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 ding. Horn up. Oh, Chadadonia. Are you kidding me? We did it. We made it, baby. 7 hours in the books. Oh, come on. Where's my song? I don't care if you... Why? It won't play it, bro. Oh, there it is. I don't care if you just got here or not, my friends. I need a good game in the chat. You know why? It's been a good game, and you made it to the bell, baby. So thank you. Let's go. GG, baby. No matter if you made money or lost money, I know you learned something. You got a long term, I know you made money. Yeah, stop fucking with me, bro. Good game. What are you talking about, man? Thank you. Thank you for not getting banned. Thank you for not doing anything except be a beacon and a light and add to it. Upholding a stand. I'll see you on the farm, brother. Good game. And GG to many more, God willing. Thank you, my friend. Members, even the non-members, I know y'all here. I still love you. You know that. Yeah, that's why I know you can still listen. Let's go, baby. But so y'all donate, and you see members donate why? Y'all ain't have to. You know, even the fault y'all stop it. Good game, baby. I love y'all, baby. God is good. Praise the Lord. I will not be ashamed.
My money on stats, I can show you the top. Every bottom of my pop, both the key and the lock. Don't believe me, just watch. Use my freedom a lot.
Need me to rock. You won't see me a lot. Monday through Friday, you need me, let's talk. Oh, Zero. Oh, no.
Been in your but baby, I'm not from Chicago. Heard me talking about IV and dripping the bag. They thought that I came from the hospital. No, I just came back from trading. Just to the sun, no vacations. I'm really not trying to be flagrant when I tell you that most of my calls will be naked. Funny when I make a bad play, I get a standing ovation. It's like I'm addicted to antibiotics and try to get rid of this clap. But fuck it, I always come back.
God bless America.
To the GG, what's
Thank
that
you
stand
to the
for?
vets.
I am not a drug dealer, I'm a landlord. On my Tennessee the roof, that Mercedes-Benz don't need one. I went from Bailey to Bel Air, from the slums to the Ville to the top of the hill to a street where you can't park a car without a parking pass. I'm just trying to chill with my boys in the island off the coast, bar hopping like it's Alcatraz. Watching make moves like a salsa class. Plus I got so many bars like the 1 minute chart, I already know you can't handle it. You ain't making moves, you a mannequin. You ain't got that flame, that candlestick.
They ain't got that flame. Tell them it's a coat, not a game. Walk through the mud and the rain, just bring a little hope to the people in pain. I don't want lies, I want honesty. Negative vibes bother me. Stay up on your grind until you make it out of poverty. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get it, my bag on heavy. I'm zoom to the Fetty. My pockets look full, not empty. You loaded, I'm loaded. We never gon' fold, you know it. That's fast right there, go quote it. It's coke, we goated. Different level, it's level, untold. They watching, we popping like options. You know, it's real, it's really real. Like Philo time. Cause you can't help but make a meal if your people blind. Restless, cause I've been up grinding, I just want the Lexus. Cooking up like I'm making breakfast. While I'm eating good, but you know I had to bless it. Looked inside the mirror, told my demons hit the exit.
That was Benny, that was level. Fuck the demons, fuck the devil. Throw the pebble, be successful. You can't tell me code ain't special. I got rich, I made a stencil like a chair. It's really simple, the framework is intellectual. Ay, like curry on the chain, my brother, you know wait. I know you know name, you ain't never seen my face, but I watch us in the game. Did it with a couple plays, let me kick a little lesson. You ain't never get a chase. What's yours, you always get. So what I'm really trying to say. Longer that you on the stock, more that's getting safe. You ain't like the shit I say, I ain't trying to make it stay. Hey, I'm hitting plays, I'm hitting waste. Your portfolio all day, mine's filled with mostly grace. Apple, Amazon, and Facebook. You probably know the names, you probably thought that you should wait, then went and bought a course to trade. Benny, get some clothes and buy to close this shit. And clap them if they talking on some hopeless shit. Cause I've been there and going back. I told y'all that I'm focusing. I know they getting mad. The news is fair as well as motivating. Let's go and a shout out to the vets. Hit the players, then we sending in the jets. Don't be shy, you could send a pray request. And the list got everything you missed. Love y'all, baby. It's a cup. 2020. Talk to me in 2030.
You know what it is, baby. Cold music, 2020. We coming, watch out. On the radar. Tell them I just want the Lexus. We out here making moves, baby. Let's go.
Well, Chadadonia. Another 7 hours, bro. Oh yeah, Kellogg, $3 billion deal to acquire WK Kellogg. I don't know if that's the same Kellogg. So yeah, dude, a little bit of action at the end of the day. PTC and whatever. I don't think it's the Kellogg we think, but WK Kellogg and Ferrero. Is it the Ferrero Rocherero? Do you know Ferrero Rocherero, Habibi? Oh, a good kind of Ferrero Rocherero, you know? Do you know Ferrero Rocherero? The chocolate. A very good chocolate. Ferrero Rocherero. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's what my dad calls these. So you know these candies? That's what my dad calls it. Ferrero Rocherero. He can't say it. It's Ferrero Rocher. They're very good though. Very bad for you though. You know that? The one thing, it's like 300 calories, dog. It's terrible. So good though. Ferrero Rocherero. I don't know. Is that Italian brain rot? I don't know. You know what's wild though? My dad speaks Italian. That fool knows more languages than I do. And then I'm all cracking all these fob jokes. So, joke's on me. The golden Ferrero, you know the chocolate. Very good chocolate. Oh yes, very good. Oh, I had something else, but Chatadonia. God bless you. I think they're getting bought out for it's at $3 billion. That's why they're up. Yeah. Ferrero. That's why I started saying Ferrero Rocherero. So what is it? What's the ticker? KLG? I don't know if that's including debt. So yeah, it's at $25 is like $2 billion. He's saying 1.4 Tyree, but I don't know if it includes debt. So other than that, if it doesn't include debt, this thing could go up 30% again. Otherwise, if it is, it's probably right there. But yeah, KLG is a buyout, $3 billion. I don't know the full terms though. What is your profession? Dude, I have to go watch that now. You know that? I have to. Just to stay awake on the catwalk of life where everybody watch you. Rumors Powell resigning. I mean, dude, believe me, I love Powell, but I'm just so like weirded out. It's kind of like even Trump too. Like I love Trump, but then sometimes I'm like, what the fuck, bro? It's like, you know, I'm sure some of you feel the same way about me. So I think it's very natural, but you know, there's many good things Powell has done, and I don't think it just got weird. And I mean, like, you know, just from the election, that's what I was saying today, is that unfortunately, like, I really think whatever happens now is a correction to what happened in September. That's why we all want to like move forward and act a certain way, but we can't. It's because there's a lot rooted in like, and that's it. That's all Powell. That's it. That's coming. That's me willing to look past transitory and everything, because Powell did a good job, and Powell did a good job in many, many areas. And I think he would have been the only guy to do what was done and do it correctly. And I'm very thankful for Powell and his work, and I respect the man highly. I just think I cannot, again, if you want me to follow Eastern culture standards, I won't say shit then. I'll respect my elders, and yeah, he's the best. Nothing to be said. He shouldn't do anything. But if you want me to call it how I see it, again, from September, the election, till now, I do think he didn't act correctly. And you can media it all you want, and I'm not the only one who thinks this. And I think other people think it, and I think the bond market shows it, and I think all of this weird shit and the contradictions, and even to the point of like, what do you mean the only thing Powell has ever like lied about on record and been caught for is the only thing that doesn't matter, a remodel? So I don't know. I like the guy, bro, and I don't think he did bad. I think he has way more good than bad, but you know, let's let this be a lesson that nobody, no matter what, for any reason, should ever cut before an election. Can we agree on that now? Do you guys agree with me now or no? Do you think that's fair to say? So regardless of whatever happens, do you see why I was trying to uphold this principle in real time back then? And why I was saying, like, come on, this is not okay. And yeah, we lived with it, we move on, we do our thing, but do you see why, like, for real, the sanctity of it? And it's like, okay, think what you want, vote how you want, go ahead, bro. But it's like, you know that, especially when he's been so comfortable chilling, and you've seen it and you've watched him be this. Like, you didn't need to watch all this happen, but it's like, you know, he could have easily saved it like he has. And unfortunately, that's just where things are weird. And again, the bond market, the reactions, how things played out, how all the things changed, and everything is in his favor to keep doing stuff. But now it's just like, I don't know, he's like kind of living in the past in a weird way. So I don't think, well, it's official that he's done in enough time. So like, he was already going to be gone. That's what I said. But people have just been putting up pressure now. And then more rumors. I'm working overtime. You don't know why? That's weird. Someone must have not heard about no tax on overtime. That's weird. So yeah, I get no tax on overtime. So if you send in a dono, it doesn't get taxed. And if it does, I'm going to switch my vote to a Democrat next year. Oh, elections are every 4 years? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, no tax on overtime, man. No tax on overtime. But no, Powell is officially still in the game. But again, his term ends at the end of this year, or it's like February to May 2026 is the replacement and transition period that was normally assigned through his appointment by Biden. And then remember, he was appointed initially by Trump, reappointed by Biden. So yeah. Ta-da. But on that note, my friends, Ciro, thank you again. Legal, all the new members, all the donos, I appreciate you. So I haven't asked you guys for donos recently, so you might need to with the compound. But I say that because, again, like I said today, a lot of people still think that it's private. So yeah, now that YouTube, I haven't got in trouble recently. They let us out. So yeah, you guys are, we just have multiple videos for Philo in the morning so that there's no confusion and it's easily organized. But I just kept the members chat. That's the only thing that's members only. And so I said we'll reevaluate at the end of the corner, but like I say, I'm still banning members left and right. So I think maybe maybe I'll leave that to the council at the compound. But other than that, thank you all regardless. And I hope you have a great day, and I hope you work out everything. You see, your body, your mind, your spirit. You see how I say, and exercise. And be pragmatic, my brother. Okay, amen? So read the books, Richest Man of Babylon, Proverbs, New Living Translation, and The Strangest Secret in the World. And don't forget why we're here, why we keep going, why we must occupy, use our talents, the talent till the return. Why, baby, why? Ah. Finger to the sky, baby. To God be the glory, and through the grace of God alone. Amen. Amen. Woo! So, Chatadonia, thank you again. Oh, thank you, Legal. Oh, for Tim, man, you got that grab. And Aiden, what up, baby? Let's go there. More real estate, please. For you, I don't care. Even if you don't use a co-agent, I think you should. And again, some of you have easy questions, but long-term, property, rinse and repeat. Go back to stocks. Don't rush. You're gonna get the property no matter what. No such thing as too poor. I don't make enough money. You got enough time, even with $10, dog. Shut up. We could do it. We could get the down payment. And if you're ready to get the down payment, you ain't gonna buy the first house you see, dog. You know what I'm saying? So amen, baby, and finger to the sky. You already know, Chad. I'll see y'all tonight. Maybe it is a Wednesday. So I don't know. If you don't have a watch list, I'll tweet. I don't know if I'm going to enter a Spaces. I'll see if Toby's around. If Toby enters one, I might. I don't know. I might get excited. But other than that, chat, have a great evening. Make the most of it. I'll see you in the morning, God willing. And peace out. Hey. Am I invited to the ranch, Josh? Come on. I'll give you a tax credit if you put a windmill. What do you mean 50% tariff on beer Brazil? Oh, oh shit, it is there. Look, EWZ on the law. That's Brazil, ethanol. They make a lot of corn. People don't know that corn. Corn in the Brazilian. I thought they just made big boo. No, corn! No, corn! Oh, it's a double entendre. Fuck. Hey, you're disgusting, Joe. I hate you. Absolutely. You're terrible. It reflects even in how you raise your children. I know, but starting today, thank you to the Majesty Lula. Is it Lula? Lula Bolsonaro. They did Bolsonaro dirty. But still, it's now a 50% tariff on anything that comes out of Brazil or even looks Brazilian. Sorry, ladies. BBL. The B is for Brazilian. You might as well tariff it, call it a tariff BBL. Or make it in America. Why don't they have ABLs? How about an American butt lift? No, too much to ask. Well, now you're paying double. I look forward to negotiating. And we'll arrive at an amicable deal in America. Thank you for this attention to this matter. And can you please stop talking about Epstein? I'm sick of it. Over it. Howard! They won't Howard! Josh was on a Spaces with Toby Turner. Talking about Epstein files. Stop it. Howard!